Exciting. Jeff Wayne will be in at some point shortly. He's on his way. So that's good. Of course, the composer of War of the Worlds and other things, including various LBC jingles. Now, we've tricked him a little bit. He thinks we've got him in here to talk about the new War of the Worlds DVD live in concert, and we will talk about it. And we've got 3 to give away. I think, Chris, we've got 3 of those to give away. But the real reason we've got him in the building, or when he does arrive in the building, is to talk about old LBC jingles. I hope he doesn't get too peed off with us. 0870 9090 973 is the phone number. If you want to, excuse me, I swallowed that. If you want to speak to Jeff Wayne, ideally if you want to ask him a question. I mean, it's cool if you just want to speak to him, but that would be a bit weird, wouldn't it? Just... Your ambition in life is to speak to Jeff Wayne. If you've got a question, that makes more sense. 0870 9090 973. You can email your questions in as well. iain@lbc.co.uk. We've got the directions that we had to give the cab company to pick up Jeff Wayne. And one of the directions was, turn right through the gates, follow the 200-metre drive to my house. He's got a 200-metre drive to his house! The man is incredibly wealthy. I'm hoping... Sometimes when you come in the studio, James O'Brien has left like 50 pence on the desk. I'm hoping some money falls out of Jeff, like a few £100 notes, falls out of Jeff Wayne's pockets. Wallop. Kushti. That's the bathroom. 0870 9090 973 is the phone number. We've got other stuff we want to talk about as well, including I saw the sexiest girl in the world, but she had a moustache. Girls with tashes, man. Seriously. This stunning girl in the canteen. It was barbecue day. Which means jack and potato again. Stunning girl, absolutely stunning, gorgeous figure, beautiful face, fantastic hair, gorgeous boots and a dress, and a big dark moustache. Why? How does that happen? Now, I'm not too good on lady grooming. Oh, that sounded a bit pervy. I don't mean grooming like that. Do you know what I mean? There are ways to get rid of the moustache, aren't there? Are you a lady that's trouble with the moustache? 0870 9090 973. And Chris asked me the question, would a moustache put me off going out with a stunning girl, even if she was beautiful inside and out, but there was a tash involved? Would it put me off? Yes, it would. I've got to be completely honest. Yes, it would put me off quite a lot. Let's go to Pretend Anthony in Florida.
Hello.
Hello, Pretend Anthony.
Iain, how is it?
How's it going?
Yeah, it's a rotten flight.
You're in Florida, are you?
Yeah. Yeah, we had we got a plane.
Oh right, yeah.
All the way over.
Yes.
And then we put some sort of a mumble.
Yeah.
And then a mumble. Yeah.
How long are you in Florida for, Pretend Anthony?
I'm going to pretend to be here for a week, because my dad's got to go and, he's got to go and do NASA, hasn't he?
What's he doing at NASA?
I don't know, he doesn't tell us.
Oh.
He got callers lined up, has he?
Any callers lined up? What, for Ask Anthony?
Well, yeah.
No, you're the only caller we've got so far. It's a disappointing start to the show.
This is costing me a fortune from Florida.
Okay, well, I could cut you off.
Well, you might like to.
Yeah. Okay, so, that's the start of the show, and could well be the very end of the show. Really, that was a Pretend Anthony calling in. In some ways, I kind of like that guy. If we can get a Pretend Anthony and a real Anthony on the line, then we're talking radio. That's broadcasting. 0870 9090 973. Now, Chris and I were having an argument as well. You know Legends, right? Not like the night... It must be a nightclub somewhere called Legends, with a Z. There has to be. Legends. But actual legends. Do you have to be dead to be a legend, or can you get living legends? Now, I think that you can get living legends. For example, Chris challenged me to come up with a living legend. I'll give you one. Cliff Richards, innit? He is a living legend. Yes, he's rubbish, and his songs are a little bit bland, but some of them are quite good. Actually, I take that back. Some of his songs are quite good, and he's a living legend. If so Cliff Richards came into this studio right now, I would And he said something there that implied something I don't want to imply. I would be very excited because he's a living legend. Can you name any living legends, or do you have to be dead to be a legend? 0870 90 90 973. Mona!
Hi, Ian.
Hello,
I'm really
Mona.
upset with you today.
With what?
I'm upset with you today.
Uh-oh, why is that? Because we got Jeff Wayne coming in.
No.
Okay.
Because of your topic, I'm so glad my daughter's not yet of her school. Because I always have your radio on.
Because what?
I always have the radio on when she comes.
Right.
And if she'd heard your thing about moustache...
Yes.
And you know how much pressure there is on young girls today at school.
Oh, what? Is there?
About their upper lip.
There's pressure on young girls about upper lips?
Yes.
Oh my God! I'm the media. I'm making girls.
You're making it worse, sir.
Worse, sir.
Yes. You need to stop the topic right now.
I can't. No.
Back.
Whoa. Hey. Whoa. Mona.
I'm gonna stop.
Mona. Come to me. Have you heard that song?
No.
Okay. Have you heard?
Listen to crappy music.
It's by the Beach Boys. They're not crappy. Have you heard Mona by Craig McLachlan and Check 1 2?
Whatever.
What is wrong with you, woman?
Yeah, but you know, children listen to this, and then I keep telling my child that it's nothing, and those are immature brats.
Right.
To say that, and then someone who I respect,
Yes.
she laughed,
Yes.
like Mr. Ian Lee.
Oh, so you're being but Mona, if you're going to be sarcastic, you can get stuffed. Simple as.
No.
If you're going to be sarcastic and not have a decent conversation with me about it, then if you're going, excuse me for speaking while you're interrupting. If you're going to be sarcastic about it, then you can go away right this very second. If you're going to have a decent, responsible, mature conversation, then you can carry on.
Okay.
Thank you.
Look, you're always you're always right in whatever you say, no matter how jokey about it you get, right? And I respect that. But today, I'm upset.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
What?
It's tough, isn't it?
It's not fair. These are young girls out there.
I'm not talking about young girls. I'm talking about women, grown women.
Well, that's what they like to think of themselves as grown women.
Well, do you know what? They're not grown women. They're young girls.
And then that's what they're going to think, you see, when they come out of school and they listen to your show.
Right.
And they're going to think, oh, Ian Lee doesn't like us. He thinks we're ugly.
No. Obviously, you've not been listening. Because I didn't say that I thought that a woman with a moustache was ugly. I just said it would put me off.
You see, and they
But it would.
Mona,
Mona,
off by them.
Would you like me to lie and say that I find women with moustaches sexy? Would you like me to lie, or would you like me to engender within your child a sense of truth and honesty?
Oh my goodness me!
And what have I said? A sentence that's too complicated for you?
Okay, for a child who's maybe between 10 and 13, and then they have to go to Boots and find ways to remove their moustache, yes?
Right, yeah. What?
So why don't you come with me next time and we go shopping together?
Because I don't know you, and from what little I do know of you, I don't like you.
I like you, though, and that's the problem.
Tough. If it's a problem, that's tough.
Goodness me. You're going to have difficulty holding on to your 4 listeners now.
Well, let's. I tell you what, Mona, my listeners are now down to 3. Goodbye.
Bye.
There we go. Oh, dearie me. It gets better and better. Tom is in the morning. Hello, Tom.
Hello, Ian. How are you, my friend?
Hello, Tom.
First time caller, so I'm probably slightly nervous.
Okay, well, I won't be as angry with you as I was with that woman.
Okay. Living legends. So Norman Wisdom, I met him about 3 or 4 months ago at a book signing.
Yeah.
Now, he is a living legend.
Now, I would dispute that Norman Wisdom is I'm going to be harsh today, to be in all honesty.
Be harsh.
I would dispute that Norman Wisdom is a living legend because he stopped being productive, apart from the odd, foray into slightly rubbish films. He stopped being productive about 40 years ago. The films he made weren't that funny, and I'm sure he's a very nice bloke and a lovely old man. I would dispute he's a living legend.
Well, of course he is. I mean, he's the biggest star in Albania.
Oh, yeah, well, yes, I know. Yes,
right?
I know that's true, isn't it?
Right. And in America, seriously, I went to the States about a year ago.
Yes.
He's very famous. He really is a living legend. He's one of the last ones. I mean, Bob Monkhouse has died.
Bob Monkhouse? No. You've told me you've misunderstood it. Monkhouse was never a legend.
He was.
No.
Bob Monkhouse, of course he was. He was a legend in chat shows. and his stand-up comedy was even brilliant.
His stand-up comedy was great, and he was excellent at doing the game shows. He's not... Tom, I'm going to have to go because we're going to travel, but he was not a living legend.
Okay, Sir Norman, yeah?
No, I'm not having any of that. So now to get the latest LBC 97.3 travel news with Alan Joyce.
And we'll start with the M40...
Wow, very exciting. Oh, I've turned my headphones down, that's why it's going to look a bit quiet. You're right not to wear headphones, you see, Jeff, you've not got that problem. Jeff Wayne is here. Good afternoon, mate, it's nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Can I be completely honest?
Sure.
I was surprised to find out you're not British.
Well, I'm sort of just over 2/3 Brit and about 1/3 Yank, because I've lived here just over 2/3 of my life now.
See, now you've got the American accent, but the English accent is kind of just coming out. Every other word is a little bit... It's got a twang to it.
Yeah, well, I guess it's the mixture. I moved here for the first time when I was a little boy, stayed for about 4 years.
I'm going to move this screen out of the way so I can see you a bit better.
Okay.
That's not...
Are we on television?
Yeah, I know our webcam doesn't work, so we can be as scruffy as you want.
Okay. Yeah, no, I lived here for about 4 years as a little boy.
Yeah.
I came here when my father, who is a singer-actor, entertainer, he was in the original cast of Guys and Dolls.
All right.
At the London Coliseum. He played the romantic gambler of Sky Masterson.
Uh-huh.
So I remember my first 4 years as a real little boy, and then we moved back to New York, which is where I was born.
Yeah.
And then high school and college was California, and then I came back to England professionally.
You've been all over the place. Is that not
all over the place?
Confusing at all?
I think the dots have all sort of connected by now, so I know where I am.
Now, obviously, War of the Worlds is one of the... it's sort of like 14 million copies or something ridiculous
to date,
like that.
I know. It's,
do you not get a bit sick of it, though?
Well, I actually didn't revisit it for many years.
When was it, 78?
It came out in 1978, and it took almost 3 years to compose and produce. And then there was a big lapse of time where professionally I was doing... many other projects, working with different artists and all other things. And it was only really in the last couple of years that I was asked to sort of revisit it, to remix it in stereo and 5.1 surround. So it was very fresh to me when I came back to it. So it's lived with me for almost 30 years, but not in a way that I've been completely conscious of it.
I'm going to ask you a question. Feel free to tell me to get stuffed. How much money did you make off it? Because we know that the directions to your house involves 200. You got a 200-metre drive up to your mansion or something ridiculous.
Get stuffed.
Good lad, thank you. 0870 90 973. This could be the first guest we have to walk out before the interview's over. If you want to ask Jeff a question, you can email ian@lbc.co.uk. Robert is in the Portsmouth. Hello, Robert.
Hello, Ian. Good afternoon, Jeff.
Oh, Jeff's just putting his headphones on. There we go.
Hello, Robert.
There's a little dial down there if you need to turn it up a bit.
Okay.
Yes, I'd like to ask Jeff. He's done so much in his very career, but what I'd like to ask him about that he composed some music for ITV Sport during the early 80s. Now, I'd like to ask him, how did that come about?
The music for ITV Sport?
I think you're referring to, well, it could have been either The Big Match or The World of Sport, both of which I composed the music for their shows.
Robert, how did the World of Sport, I should know. Can you remember how it went?
I can't remember it off by heart.
I should know how it goes. Jeff, you don't want to. You can't.
Fine.
But how did that come about? Because that seems an odd thing to do. Massive rock album, and then you go off and do jingles and bits and pieces.
Yeah, well, I think my career has always sort of touched a lot of different media. I've never had a grand plan, so to speak, of doing one thing, and so I compose, arrange, produce for most things, from films, commercials. Work with artists who compose their own songs. So I've produced and arranged for them, toured with them. No plan. It
seems odd, though. It's an odd dual career to have, and you've worked with David Essex and a load of people, and you've done some fantastic production and stuff like that, but to also have the dual career of doing jingles as well. That seems to be a strange, I don't want to say sideline, because that kind of demeans it slightly, but it's a strange thing to have as well.
Yeah, I never saw it as anything other than a wonderful opportunity, in fact, to write music almost daily in different styles. The demands of the advertising industry, in fact, are quite high. And the directors, for instance, that have come out of them that I've worked with, Ridley Scott, his brother Tony, there's a whole long list of people that came through the advertising medium. And because they were good, they moved on into other media as well. And that's how I feel that my career went. And that one day I was being asked to write a piece of rock music, the next symphonic, the next jazz, whatever. So it was a great training and working with top-class professionals.
Robert, thank you very much for that. 0870 9090 973. Now, War of the Worlds is fantastic. I grew up with it. You know, it was always. We'll play a little bit later on, but you know, I was born in '73, so by the time I was conscious of music, it was in the background. It was always kind of there. Why did you do it? That's the question. Why?
Well, during the time that it came about as an idea, I was mostly writing media music. So, as I was saying, films, TV shows, advertising music, but I was also producing and arranging for David Essex during that period. And my dad, in fact, said, look, you're having a great time, you're having a good run of success with David. I was enjoying my working relationship with him. I was touring with him as his MD, but I wasn't composing. David wrote his songs, so I was interpreting them as his arranger and producer, and then putting them into a live environment as his MD. So there was a chunk of a period of time spanning about 2 years where I wasn't really composing a lot of new music. And he reminded me of that, and he said, look, one of your aspirations was to try to compose a big piece around a story that you really felt passionate about. And I agreed. So we both started to read different books, different genres. There was no plan of what style of writing. And he came up with H.G. Wells' The War of the Worlds, which I was not familiar with. I read it. And it was the first book that I could actually, from a musician's point of view, hear sound. Not melodies or compositions, but just something that I could hear ideas in H.G.'s writing that sort of triggered the energy going, the adrenaline rush. And I said, yeah, that's the one. But it wasn't in it wasn't in the public domain. It was very much in copyright. So my dad and I, we had to trace over a period of months who still owned the rights, and it turned out to be an agent, a brother and sister act, so to speak, or an agency representing H.G. Wells' estate.
So it sounds like it's kind of an adventure, just even getting to the book itself.
Yeah, it was, because when something is in copyright, you can't just get on with it and do what you wish with it, and that was the case with The War of the Worlds.
Okay, listen, we're going to talk more about that, and about the amazing cast you had on it as well. You know, just a superb cast. And we're going to talk about the revival of War of the Worlds that's been on tour. My friend Conan saw it. Did you do it at the Royal Albert Hall?
We did 2 London dates. The Albert Hall was one and the Wembley Arena was the other.
My friend saw it at the Royal Albert Hall and said it was amazing. I've got a DVD of it today that your company have very kindly sent out, so I should be checking it out tonight. We'll talk about that a bit later on. We're also going to talk about the LBC jingles. 0870 9090 973 if you want to ask Jeff a question. You can email ian@lbc.co.uk. We'll take more of your calls and emails after a little bit of this. I just realised I'm probably ruining the interview, because everything I was going to say in the interview, Jeff and I have been discussing while we've been listening to the ads. Sorry about that. We should be keeping it real and fresh. But we're just talking about that, how you look back on some of these albums from the 70s that tell a story, and they sound a bit dated and a bit embarrassing. But War of the Worlds is as fresh as ever.
Well, thanks for that. I have to presume that if it does, we got a couple of things right in the music and the way it was composed and produced when I did it, but I think H.G.'s story really was a motivating factor.
Jeff, we'll be back in a second. It's time to get the latest LBC 97.3 news. Well, very quickly, we'll get back to the music in a second. We were just saying that you've... sorry, I shouldn't point. Someone told me off the other day for pointing, and it is... why is pointing rude? I don't quite understand.
Don't know.
No, it's an odd thing. You've done a TV series about tennis.
Tennis has always been my sport since a little boy. I played it up to international standard and won some national championships, played for Great Britain, the Veterans Davis Cup.
Yeah.
What's a Yank doing playing for Great Britain?
Hang on, well, hang on, we had a Canadian playing for us for a while.
That's true, I think he's still out there. And but that's always been my sport, and just through the love of it, I wanted to create a TV series, which I did, called The Book of Tennis Chronicles. It's on in about 20 countries at the moment, and we're looking into a second series, and hired myself real cheaply to compose the music.
Well, there's the genius of it, you see. You can get yourself a little bit of extra...
I know. It's a good little gig on the side and cheap.
Good work. Jonathan, have you got a question?
Yeah. First of all, I'd like to say I think The War of the Worlds is a masterpiece, absolute masterpiece.
Good word, yeah, definitely.
The question I'd like to ask you is, what was Richard Burton like? Because I have to say, I do think that he brought a certain richness to the dialogue, dialogue to the album, but also your composition, of course. Sorry, that's a sat-nav, I'll turn it off.
Jonathan, when you call in, will you turn your sat-nav off? I've got a very important guest here.
I know, I'm sorry, but I've got to know if my boss rings, he wants to know how long I'm going to be. I've just reached my destination.
Sorry,
right?
Jeff, terribly embarrassing.
I'm sorry, Jeff.
That's all right. Hello, Jonathan.
Hi, Jeff. I also have to admit I had a bit of a crush on you, but I'm over that now. But
God Almighty.
yeah, sorry. It's all right,
just get to the question and.
Yeah. What was it like to work with Richard Burton? And was
Richard
your
Burton.
father a classical musician?
Right. First question was about Richard. When I worked with him in the sort of mid-'70s, when I started working on the whole project, my perception of him was probably what the public knew about it. Firstly, he was a wonderful actor with an incredible voice, but he also had sort of a hellraiser reputation, sort of drinking, drinking a bit too much, maybe a few too many wives. But I think the reality, in fact, as it was when he walked into the studio, was a completely different guy than the public persona. He was the most charming, warm man, totally prepared for the job ahead. And to give you an idea, Jonathan, from a contractual point of view, he was supposed to give us up to 5 days in the studio of about 12-hour days. And he did it all, not only what's on the album, but an additional about 35 minutes that didn't make it into the album. And he did it all in 1 day and about 3 hours of repair work a few months later.
How did you get him? I mean, did you just say, look, we've got this idea, do you fancy it? Or
Well, it wasn't far off that, but the way it came about is when I finished composing the first draft of my score, and our scriptwriter finished the draft of the script to work with the score, we then had sort of a cast of characters that we knew we were going for. And the one role, the sort of glue to the whole piece, was that of a journalist who was recounting for his newspaper his survival of this Martian invasion some 6 years earlier. And my dad and I, we just sort of assembled a list, which wasn't particularly long, as to who would be this journalist. And Richard was at the top of the list. And I thought, okay, put him at the top of the list. And when he says no, we'll move on to number 2 and number 3 and whatever. And I think what I really expected was I'd be going down to Phil at the local fish and chip shop and saying, will you be our journalist, Phil? I can't get anybody else. But the reality was that it came to a friend of ours saying, are you aware that Richard Burton's in a play in New York at this moment called Equus? And I said, no, that's a good piece of information, because if you're doing a theatre show, you're probably going to be doing 8 shows a week and spending a lot of time in the theatre. So we did trace what theatre he was performing in. And I sent him a letter introducing myself, explaining what I was trying to do, and sent him a copy of the first draft of the script, and hoped that the stage doorman would actually give him a little care package when he came through one night to do the show. And sure enough, it couldn't have been more than 2 or 3 days later, I got this call from his agent saying, Richard received your package, he loves the script, loves the whole idea, count him in. And it was, in fact, probably the easiest...
That's ridiculous.
Easiest thing of the whole project.
Who was number 2 on the list?
Gosh, that's a good question. I think it was John Hurt.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not bad. He's not bad.
Yeah. I mean, we wanted whoever we were going to work with. Unfortunately, it was Richard, somebody whose voice was comforting the second you heard it. Had a big resonance to it. It was the only part, so to speak, that really traveled all the way through this complete work.
Jonathan, listen, thank you for that.
Yeah, can I just say it's been a pleasure talking to you?
Yes, you may say that.
Thanks.
And
cheers.
Was it a pleasure talking to Jeff as well?
Yeah, that's what.
Oh, that's what you meant.
Sorry. Well, many thanks, Jonathan.
Okay, now listen. War of Those Fantastic. It's back. It's been back. It was back earlier this year.
Yeah, well, I remixed it in stereo in 5.1, and we did a lot of repackaging. And
now
came
the stereo
out last
5.1.
Yeah,
sorry,
that's all right.
I don't understand that. What is that difference between that and stereo?
Well, stereo is your traditional 2 tracks, left and right, and 5.1 is sort of the cinema experience, where you have
so it's the full
3 in the
surround.
front, 2 in the back, and a subwoofer for the bottom end.
Oh, excuse me. There you go. Lovely. So you remixed that.
Yeah, remixed it, and it was all repackaged with a whole range of new things that we added into it, and it came out a year ago last June, and it went right back to the top end of the charts. It was in the top 10 for about 10, 11 weeks, and it just stayed there through Christmas.
Well, that must have been quite surprising. Something that's nearly 30 years old, 26, 27 years old.
I think it went way beyond what any of our expectancy was as to how well all these new versions were going to be received. And our record company, Sony BMG, they did their own research and sort of revealed that it was the same audience this time round that bought it first time, and it was the sort of 16 to mid-30s people that were the heart of the audience.
The kids were digging it.
Yeah. And we did a tour in April, and it was across the board in the age range. From the youngest person I met was a 4-year-old boy that knew the album better than I did.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of freaky. By the way, we've got 3 DVDs to give away. I don't know if you're aware of this. Apparently we have
I was not.
3 copies of the DVD. The DVD was recorded live on this last tour, was it? Wembley Arena?
Wembley Arena, yeah.
And so if anyone wants them, I don't like doing these things where we have a competition. If you want them, give us a call, 0870 9090 973, and you can have it. It's as simple as that. But you were telling me in the show, Richard Burton's in it, but the 10-foot head or...
We've brought Richard back in sight and sound. I mean, he passed away in 1984, so... the way we've done it is to create a technological head where he performs the entire role that you hear on the album, but it's a three-dimensional, 10-foot-high
That's freaky.
Head that sort of floats over the stage.
You say it as though that's something you'd see every single day.
Isn't it?
What else is in the show? Who else is in the show?
Well, it's a combination of a 10-piece band, a 48-piece string section, so it pretty much replicates the sound of the album. I conducted it all, and then we had guest stars playing the roles that are heard on the album. A couple from the original recording, which included Justin Hayward, who's the lead singer.
We're going to play that in a minute, his song, because that's one of the
Justin,
the classics.
It was on the original album, and the lead singer from Man for Man called Chris Thompson, who sang Blinded by the Light. I don't know if you remember that record.
Oh, yeah, of course, yes.
Amazing voice Chris has. So they were on the tour, and then there was Russell Watson, who played our Parson, and Tara Blaze, who's
was
from
it
Ireland.
Phil Lynott that did the Parson?
Phil did the original, yeah. So Russell's rendition was coming from a slightly different angle, but because his way of performing and singing is
what was Phil Lynott like?
Phil was his persona, I guess, in the way he lived his lifestyle was very much rock and roll.
Yeah.
And I hung out at a couple of the Thin Lizzy concerts just to get to know him a bit before we started in the studio. But once I got through working with him, I discovered there was a different soul there, a very sensitive soul. And in fact, just as we finished working together, he gave me this book of poetry that he had written. I was just coming out, it was about to be published, and he signed it for me, and I still have it at my house as pride of place sort of thing.
Fantastic.
But his words, what he was writing about, was really a completely different person, and it was the opposite side to his rock and roll life.
Okay, we'll talk about the show in a moment. Bear is in the Surbiton. Hello, Bear.
Hello.
Bear, you've got a question for Jeff, have you?
Yes. Hello, Jeff.
Hello, Bear.
I'd like to find out, in the original album box set, there was the book of artwork, and there was also a big poster of the Thunder Child. Also, I managed to acquire a poster of the handling machine and the fighting machine.
Hang on one second, Jeff. I believe we have an anorak on the phone. Is that okay? You're okay with this?
No, I'm not.
I'm following him so far.
Okay.
I just like the artwork, and I wondered if there's any other artwork come out, because the pictures. How can I put it? The original, let's say, the film that you had in the 1950s America was also the machines were hovering, but the tripods are the original concept, and I just wondered if there's any more artwork or anything like that coming out.
The paintings that accompanied the recording were originally commissioned by us to painters that either knew science fiction machinery or Victorian architecture and landscape. It's your call.
I think he may kill us if we don't. Yeah, Bear, stay on the line. Speak to Chris, and he'll give you your details.
Thank you very much.
It'll take it's coming out in November, so you'll have to wait a month or so.
That's all right. Thank you very much.
Cheers, Bear. Thanks. Bye bye. Tom is in the Epsom. Hello, Tom.
Hey, Ian. How you going?
Fine, thanks.
I'm a first-time caller, actually.
Hey, nice one. Well, thanks for calling.
I've been listening for ages, but this is the first thing that spurred me to actually ring in and talk to you.
Well, what has specifically spurred you to ring in?
Well, I grew up on keyboard music, and I played synthesizer. It was, in fact, the first two things I ever bought were synthesizers, keyboards.
Yeah.
And I just love the music, and being in my mid-30s now and growing up in that, it was just fantastic. War of the Worlds music was just, it was a staple diet.
It's some album. I'll tell you what, Tom, I was listening to it, bits of it last night and bits of it this morning, and I was saying it totally stands the test of time. Well, you listen to some of these albums, I'm a big fan of Yes, but you listen to some of their stuff and Rick Wakeman stuff, some of it doesn't quite stand the test of time, I think, whereas this, I think does. It sounds just as fresh. It's a cliche, but it sounds just as fresh now as it did then.
There is very little music that will actually do that, but you're right, this is one of those pieces of music that you know that in another 30 years' time, it's just going to be just as fresh, and it's going to live on for a hell of a...
Tom, I'm guessing you haven't got a question. Are you sucking up to me for a free DVD?
I am. I'm a bit disappointed it's coming out in November, because it would have been great to have it signed. But no, look, I'd love one.
Well, Tom, listen, stay on the line, speak to Chris, and we'll send you one.
Well done. Thank you so much.
It was an absolute pleasure. I could tell he was. I've never called him before, but the offer of a freebie has made me pick up the phone. Jeff, can you stick around for another 10, 15 minutes?
My pleasure.
Excellent
Thank you.
stuff. It's time now to get the latest LBC 97.3 travel news with Alan Joyce.
And the M40 very slow heading away from town towards Junction 2 at Beaconsfield following an accident. Now, just looking at the Highways Agency message boards, and it is warning of queues there. It looks like there's just one lane blocks now going away from town, but appreciate your updates on this one. 08000 68 60 80. We've got a closure on Bayswater Road with a burst water main between Westbourne Street and Lancaster Terrace, just by Hyde Park. Loads of surface water on the carriageway there, making things very tricky in the area. North Circular westbound has one lane blocked just by the Waterworks roundabout because of an accident there. And as you head north from the...
Now, we've got Jeff Wayne here. More in a second. I've got to do a bit of business, Jeff, if you'll excuse me. You could win a fabulous break for 2 people... Not you, Jeff, sorry, the listener. Plus spending money. You could enter, I suppose. Is he allowed to enter? He is, OK. You can enter if you want.
I'm going to.
Please do. Win a fabulous break for 2 people, plus spending money to experience the unexpected in Ottawa.
Oh,
you been to Ottawa?
No, I haven't. I'd like to, so I am going to enter this.
With Canada Affair, all this week with Nick Ferrari at breakfast, weekday mornings from 7. Answer Nick's quirky questions about Ottawa, and you can win a fantastic holiday to Ottawa in Ontario, thanks to Canada Affair. I went to... Did War of the Worlds sell in Canada?
Yeah, it's multiple platinum there.
I was reading your bio. It's multiple platinum everywhere.
Well, a few places, yeah.
I like the way you're so cool about it. You know, you meet some of these big stars, and they're like, yeah, you know, don't talk to me, but you're quite nonchalant about being multi-platinum.
Well, there you go.
There you go. Good lad. Okay, now listen. I've listened to the reason. The initial reason we made contact with you is because of the jingles you did for LBC, and we have. A weird guy who hasn't phoned in today, which is maybe as good. A weird guy just phones in, plays your jingles down the phone, puts the phone down, and never says a word. Heather Jingles, you may know as Chris Lowry, has put together a little package of some of his favourite jingles you did for LBC. So have a quick listen to this. It's slightly geeky of me. I'm a bit of an anorak when it comes to radio and to jingles, things like that. They're fantastic, man.
Oh,
now, are you proud of those, or are you a little bit dismissive of those, or what's your attitude?
No. My long relationship with LBC, and the original launch of LBC was, I think, around 1974, and it was a rolling news station, so the idea was to capture the moment of time and events, and I was very proud of the original composition and the myriad of other productions we did around the basic 3 notes. And that's by the way, Chris, really good editing, like that.
He's good. He's learned a few tricks.
He's getting good. Yeah.
How did you get the gig? Did you send in a tape, or did they approach you, or?
It was through a radio production company that thought I might be the appropriate composer for it, and they had a contact at LBC that my memory of it now is that there were other composers being asked to do demos.
Right.
And I submitted an approach to my way of doing it, and it got through.
Fantastic. Well, we love them, so thank you very much for that. Now, the thing is, Chris, Heather Jingles says every time that someone phones up and plays one of these down the phone that we have to pay 50 quid to you. I was wondering if there was some way that you could waiver that and we could have kind of a little agreement that maybe we could... every now and then we could slip one in.
Well, look, count today as a freebie.
Oh,
okay,
all right,
so whatever you just played, that's on me, boys.
Excellent.
Okay?
Thank you very much. I like this, gentlemen. We've got a few more minutes. Let's take a couple more quick calls. Samantha!
Hi, Ian. Hi, Jeff.
Hello, Samantha.
Hi, Jeff. I just want to say I really appreciate your music, and if I could have one of your DVDs. I just get straight to the point, really.
Yeah, that's cutting to the chase, as they say.
Samantha, that was pathetic. The other fella did like
What do you mean it was pathetic?
The last guy did about 3 or 4 minutes build-up to it.
No, I know, but it's like, that's the way I am in.
Okay, well, Jeff, I'm going to let you... your call on this one. Do we send... This is our last DVD.
Well, all right.
Okay.
Oh, Ian, thanks for being so... You know, you're meant to push it for me.
No, excuse me, what?
No.
It's 5 to 4, so we can't talk like that. Samantha, stand on the line, speak to Chris and give him your details.
Okay.
There we go, lovely. That's pathetic, wasn't it?
Well, that's all 3 gone.
Yeah, that's the 3 gone now,
okay.
so the next fella's going to be disappointed. Ian!
Hello?
There's no more DVDs.
I don't mind that. Can I talk to Mr. Wayne, please?
Oh, Mr. Wayne, there you go, yes.
All right.
Mr. Wayne, I heard that in the early 60s there was a group called the Rondells who did a song called The Martian Hop, and you were one of the Rondells. Is this true?
Well, it's partially true. I wasn't a member of the Rondells. I was going to college in California, and I had a couple of songwriting partners, and one of them was a chap named Bobby Lawrence, who, with his cousin, formed this group called the Rondells, and he played me this song, The Martian Hop.
Yeah.
And amazing, isn't it?
I shouldn't be laughing, sorry.
He was from a producing point of view, although they weren't really called producers in those days, more like A&R people, and looking for a way to produce and interpret the song, and it was really that which I contributed most to, which was basically said, speed it up, make it sound sort of non-human, and added a few touches there, sort of here and there, and that was it. But I was never a member of the Rondells. But it did go to #1 in America, I think.
Well, there you go. Ian, thank you for that.
All right, thank you.
Good,
Cheers.
there we go.
Thank you.
Okay, listen, Jeff, we're going to let you go in a second. And just to quickly say that the War of the Worlds live on stage is out, I think, November the 6th. I'm looking at my notes. Yeah, November the 6th. There's a double disc edition as well with bonus features.
Yes, there are. It's the first one is a single disc of the show and a few extras, and the double one is got a special edition booklet, and the second DVD has just many more extras. There's a fly-on-the-wall documentary of how we made the show and all of those sort of things.
And going on tour again December next year.
Yeah, December 2007. It's an expanded tour by comparison with the first one, and we wind up in London at the O2 Dome.
And is it a website or anything we should be checking out? Are you on the
very, very much so. We've got our own website called thewaroftheworlds.com.
Excellent stuff. Listen, Jeff, we're going to let you go. I'm going to play some adverts, and we're going to sneak you out while the adverts are on. But when we come back, I'm going to play one song. Now, you've got a choice. We can have Forever Autumn from War of the Worlds or Rock On by David Essex, which you produced and arranged. Your call. Which one would you like?
Well, I get the PRS on Forever Autumn, so we've got to go for that,
We'll
I
have
guess.
that.
Yeah.
Jeff, nice to meet you. Thanks very much for coming.
My pleasure.
We'll have Forever Autumn after a bit of this. Fantastic! What a lovely fella! No, you're not here. Come on, Mario, join in. No, you're not here.
Tell you what, I always remember that song. Yeah, we used to, when I was in Dominica. Yeah, we had a radio station called Radio Antilles. Yeah, broadcasting from the islands. Yeah, and that was like 77, like 78. They always used to play that tune. It's something that I will always remember.
They used to play it all the time, man. All over the place. What
you just played it. It just brought back memories.
What a lovely man.
No, for real. Not knowing that, this guy's done so many, he's done so much stuff, you know what I mean? And it's only now you're saying back a few things, it's like, oh, he did that then.
Hey, dig this. He's invited me to go and see him on tour next year and to go out for a drink with him afterwards.
Oh, that's cool, man.
That's very cool.
That's cool.
Hey, Mario, what can I do for you?
Our kid, Jimmy Savile, he's a legend. You reckon?
Our kid, oh yeah, living legends. We mentioned that earlier. Jimmy Savile's not a living legend.
He is a living legend. Now then.
Do that again.
Now then.
Yes.
Yeah,
is it? What? I suppose the thing is, what defines a legend, really?
Well, the thing is what defines a legend, and normally what defines a legend, legends are always they're always found until when they're dead, aren't they? Everybody turns a legend when they're dead, because obviously it's like everyone's reminiscing on what these guys done, you know what I mean? But then a living legend is somebody, to me, is someone like Jimmy Savile.
Mario, I'm not going to give you Jimmy Savile as a living legend. If you can think of any living legends, 0870 9090 973. Okay, so today we're looking for living legends. First of all, can you have a living legend? I think you can. Most legends, of course, are dead. That is the point of them. But I think you can have a living legend. I think so. And my example is Cliff Richardson's. The singer. Pop singer, Cliff Richards. He's a living legend, isn't he? I'm not going to have Jimmy Savile. At all. He's not living. He's just a slightly odd old man. It's a bit odd, isn't he? He's odd, Jimmy Savile. No, look at this. It's not the best impression, I'll be honest with you, but there you go. Now, earlier on in the show, I mentioned that we saw in the canteen the most beautiful girl in the world, but she had a moustache. And is it wrong of me to say that put me off? Some woman phoned up, Mona by name, Mona by nature, what I'm saying is she moaned, phoned up to have a go at me. And said I was harming her daughter. Well, that's libelous. Then that's that. The thing is, I'm being honest. I'm all allowed to say that. I'm not, trying to make some kind of horrible sexist joke about it. I'm just being honest and saying that it would put me off. A girl. 0870 90 90 973. What the hell? While we're there, we might as well carry on with this. I saw a pregnant woman today. She wasn't wearing enough clothes. Pregnant woman, very short dress. Oh, it was really inappropriate. And I was just thinking, well, if you're pregnant, you don't, you should cover up a little bit. Is that now? Am I turning into a right-wing fascist old man? In the style of other radio presenters that you do hear on various stations? Or am I making some kind of sense? I don't know. I'm prepared to be swayed on this one way or t'other. I just think if you're pregnant, you should just cover up a little bit. 0870 90 90 973 is the phone number. Iain at lbc.co.uk. Sam is in the Brentwood.
Hello. Yeah, it's Living Legends again.
Yes.
I was thinking David Hasselhoff is a bit of a living legend, in two very iconic sort of TV series. But since he started doing...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But since he started doing adverts on TV, I think he might be running out of money.
Well, no, it's odd, isn't it? You would think that someone like Hasselhoff would be a multi-millionaire. But then again, even rich people do adverts, because adverts... He'll be getting £250,000 for those adverts.
Yeah.
For what? 2 days' work? £250,000? I'll have it.
That'll put the Hoss kids through uni, wouldn't it?
Well, do you know what I mean? He'll be getting somewhere between £150,000 and £250,000 for 2 days' work. And you'd be mad to turn that down.
Yeah, you might be right.
But I'm not going. Do you know? I'm not going to let David Hasselhoff become a living legend. Yes, if he had agreed to come on the show and be interviewed by me, then I would have said yes. But no, his people...
You're not going to let the Hoffmeister into the living legend.
His people turned us down, Sam! So that...
There's no sour grapes there at all, is there?
I'm fueled... Sam, I'm going to say no, I'm fueled by sour grapes, me. Absolutely fueled by it. Hello, you.
Hello, you.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hello, you.
Yeah.
Hello, you. Hello, you. Hey, shut up, you stupid woman. Hello, you.
Okay. if only I could say that and get away with it.
Oh, get away with it, then do it.
Okay, ja, das ist einfach klasse, ja.
Ja, das ist super.
Das ist, eine Fandabidosi.
What did you say?
Das ist eine Fandabidosi.
That's probably Arabian.
No, it's not Arabian. It's German Scots. Anyway, Tallulah, what can I do for you?
Oh, many people call my brother a guitar legend.
Oh, now what's his name? Michael Schenker or something?
Yeah, I call him an idiot.
What band is he in? Remind me.
UFO.
What?
MSG.
What?
UFO, MSG, Scorpions.
Oh, Scorpions. Who the hell are Nouveau MSG?
MSG is Michael Schenker Group.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but surely the Scorpions are bigger than the Michael Schenker Group.
But my other brother is in the Scorpions.
Oh, okay, right, okay. Cool, blimey, this is confusing me now. Well, now, can I be frank with you, Tallulah?
Okay.
He ain't no legend.
No, but many... I wanted to point out that many people call him a legend.
Okay.
But I wanted to point out that I call him an idiot.
Yes, okay. Is there any rivalry between you two, is there?
I think since beginning of this year is a big...
Oh, hang on. Is there a falling out in the Schenker household?
A big war, yeah, because they have stolen an idea from me, and since then I declared war.
Well, what idea has your brother stolen from you?
I called myself Schenker's sister.
Right.
And 6 weeks later, after I announced it on a Japanese website...
Right.
They brought out a guitar model called Schenker Brothers.
Right, so that's nothing like your idea. So therefore he's stolen nothing from you.
Absolutely, it's the basic idea.
Well, what, using his name?
They wanted to, once upon a time, they wanted to call themselves the Musketeers.
Right.
And that sounds absolutely rubbish. Why Schenker's sister or Schenker's brother sounds absolutely
So
great.
it was Schenker's sister?
Yes.
Or Schenker Brothers?
Exactly.
But there's not... But, Tallulah, they're not the same thing at all.
It's the same idea. It's a simple idea that is very close, but yet so far if you don't have the idea.
It's very close, but yet so far away. Yes, Tallulah, thank you for that. May.
Yes, you were egging that lady on to be so stupid and silly when she started on the programme.
Which lady?
The lady just now. You egged her on to be so silly, and she was silly with you. You know, we're all educated that listen to the programme, especially in the afternoons.
What, Tallulah?
Eh?
Yes.
Yes, Tallulah, whatever they call her.
Yes.
Yes, you were so... You shouldn't have egged her on like that.
I can only apologise for egging on Tallulah, although I don't think Tallulah requires any egging. I think she's quite egged up as it is.
Well, you should calm her down then.
Okay, next time she comes on, I'll pay her...
One or the other.
Next time she comes on, I will play her some peaceful music.
Now. And the heat's getting me down, so I'm lying on the bed listening to you, and I don't listen to you in the afternoons, really.
Why not?
What I'm doing now.
So why don't you normally listen to the afternoon show?
Well, because I normally am in the park with my little dog or something.
Okay.
Not all the time,
No.
but I am.
And you're lying down, are you?
But now I'm lying on the bed now with all this heat. It's too much for me.
Are you fully
Perhaps
clothed?
I'm a little bad-tempered with the lady and yourself.
Well, for what? Why? Why? What have we done?
You've done nothing. No, you've done nothing. I'll keep listening.
Are you
All right.
are you fully clothed, May?
Eh?
Are you fully clothed?
Yes, well, no, half and half.
Which half?
I'm not telling you.
Okay, good girl. We can just imagine. Just have a second to imagine. Okay, 0870 90 90 973 iain@wc.co.uk. Pregnant lady should cover up. It just makes sense. I don't want to see a semi-nude pregnant lady prancing around. Yes, Anne.
Oh, hello, Ian. How are you?
I'm fine.
I've spoken to you for a long time.
No, have you
I've
been all right?
busy.
You busy? What have you been doing?
Dealing with foreign students. And going to see... I went up to your area the other day. I was babysitting in Muswell Hill, my daughter's kids.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't see you,
No.
but never mind. I did look.
I was away that day.
Okay. Right. Excuse me.
Oh...
No, I get hay fever. I'm all snuffly and
That was
funny.
a cough, though?
Yeah, well, yeah, because I'm sniffing and... Oh, don't let me go into detail about hay fever.
If you're going to cough, then you say, excuse me, Ian, I think I'm going to cough. You
I did put my hand in front of my mouth, but you didn't see.
No, you put your hand over the phone, you move the phone away from your mouth, you cough politely, then you come back and say, excuse me again.
Bow to your greater knowledge.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you, that's correct.
Right, about living legends.
Yes.
Right, apart from being excellent at what they do, I think they've got to be one-off. Hello?
Hello.
Right, one-offs. And everybody confuses, and it's not easy to confuse, Cliff and Keith. It's Cliff Richard and Keith Richards.
Yeah, so, well, I've got Cliff Richards.
Everybody says Cliff Richards, and it isn't. There's only one Richards, and that's Keith.
Well, I've got Cliff Richards on the list.
Yeah, I know, but it's not Cliff Richards. It's Cliff Richard and Keith Richards. And my living legend is Keith Richards, because I think he's crackers. He's a one-off,
Yeah, no,
apart from being a brilliant guitarist.
Keith Richard isn't on the list.
No, Richards.
Cliff Richards is on the list, yes, but Keith Richard isn't, and I'm not going to put him on the list because I think
Fair enough,
I think
all
he's
right.
overrated. I was toying with the idea of putting George Michaels on there.
Don't know him.
Oh,
I only know
is that singer that was in Wham?
Yeah, I know.
Wake me up before you go, because I'm not planning on going solo. Well, he did, didn't he? And he stuffed Andrew Ridgeley as a result.
Yeah, he's led quite a colourful life, hasn't he, since?
Yes, I've been to the toilet in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Where he was going...
I don't know it personally, and I don't know I know New York, I don't know Los Angeles.
All right,
Never mind.
let me... It's irrelevant. You know the toilet where he went to the toilet?
Yes.
And...
Met the police officer.
I have been to that toilet.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That isn't your only claim to fame, though, is it?
It's the best one I've got.
I think it's quite a dodgy one.
I have to say, I didn't meet the police officer.
Thank God for that.
Thank God for that.
Right, now about hair.
It's good. Yeah, it's good musical.
I think that I don't think. I mean, everybody knows that hair, moustaches and facial hair on women is hormonal, isn't it? I've got 2 daughters who've got very dark hair, but they've never had moustaches.
Good.
They got sort of hair on their legs which shows because they're dark, but they wax it off.
They do what to it?
They wax it or get it waxed.
It's a moustache, not a moustache.
No, I know, but they don't have moustaches.
Moustache?
Moustache, I don't...
Well, it's an A, it's a moustache.
Tomato, I don't know.
Let's be saying that Cliff Richards is wrong, but go on.
Oh, I beg your pardon. Come on, I've been speaking languages today and I'm a bit confused.
Which languages have you been speaking today?
Portuguese, Spanish and French.
Oh, go on then, give us a bit.
What do you want? Não falo bem português, eu falo espanhol melhor. I don't speak very good Portuguese, but I speak Spanish better.
Okay, well that's...
Do you want me to speak some Spanish?
No, it was a bit dull, actually.
I'm not going to show off now. I'm not... I can't do computers and things like that, but I'm quite good at languages.
No.
Quite good. The hair thing. I actually, talking about hair, this is blokes. I had a student once, I've never seen such a hairy man in my life.
Oh, God.
I really mean it. I mean, he was attractive anyway, but honestly, I have never seen. It was straight black hair all over him.
So, hang on, did you see him naked?
Well, no, he had shorts on, but he Brazilian. He used to come down for breakfast with his shorts on.
See, you could see he had a Brazilian? What? And he was still hairy? I'm confused.
Oh, you are a dirty so-and-so. Oh, my God. I know how to say dirty Ian in Polish. Brudny Ian.
How dare you, woman.
Brudny is dirty in Polish.
Pobacz na mój... No, hang on. Pobacz na mój ogórek.
What's that?
I think that means look at my sausage.
Does it? Oh,
I think it
you
does.
know, I used to eat sausages when I phoned you, didn't I? I'm not anymore.
Oh, of course you did. Yes.
What was it? I've got a sausage in my mouth, half a sausage in my mouth. I can't remember. A sausage. A long time ago. I got a mouthful of sausage. That's it. Yeah.
There you go.
I got a mouthful of sausage.
There we go. Pretending you don't know.
Listen, I'm going to let you go.
Thank God.
I've got tears in my eyes now. Bye-bye, sweetheart.
Bye-bye. You can't blame me for those tears. You cannot blame me for that. What is this, old people quarter or something? I'm supposed to be getting young listeners. We've had Anne, who's 107. Charles, who's got to be pushing on 98.
70, if you must have it, boyo.
OK, old man.
Can you hear me, boyo?
I can, old man. Yes, what do you want, Gramps?
Listen. I think I made it to go in the Guinness Book of Records. I played Sweet Georgia Brown on the church organ. Want to hear it?
Not really.
Go on. Just a little bit.
I don't really want to hear it.
Just a little bit, and I'll tell you something else then.
Oh, go on then.
It's going.
Hell's teeth. This is what LBC used to be like 10 years ago, and I've been charged with trying to take it away from this, and I'm getting sucked back into the old days.
I'll tell you something else. That woman that was talking...
Yes.
Talk different language.
Yes.
I can talk another language.
Is this going to be a racist joke?
Well, no.
Okay, well, let's have a go.
Well, it's, what do they call it? I lost the bloody language now. Terrible.
You've lost the bloody language.
Yeah, Juckles Fours or Drea Mui.
What is that?
Juckles Fours.
Juckles Fours?
For a Drea Mui.
A Drea Mui?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I'm not going to tell you, because I'll tell you, if you say that to a gypsy, mate, you'll flatten you.
Oh, for God's sake, so I've just said something offensive in gypsy! Oh, my God!
You can cut it out if you want to, can't you?
No, I can't cut it out, because we're on the radio now, Charles!
Oh, well, you've normally got a 7-minute...
A 7-minute delay?
Yeah.
7 seconds.
7 seconds.
It's only 7 seconds long.
Well, anyway, you won't go to prison.
Oh, God almighty. I've got builders putting in a new bathroom. I can't afford to get the sack now.
No, you can. I'll send a letter to whoever it takes to keep you on.
Oh, that's all right. So when Ofcom get involved, when my boss gets involved, when everybody at the legal minds of Great Britain get involved, Charles from Worthing is going to send them a letter.
Oh, well, I'll send them something.
Yeah, but, oh, blimey. Anyway, anything else, Charles?
Well, if you want to hear me play live.
No, I'm fine, thank you. Bernadette.
Hello.
Hello, Bernadette.
Hi.
Hi there.
It's about your your problem with women and hair.
Hmm.
Where's the waitress from?
Sorry?
Where is the waitress from?
What waitress?
Wasn't it a waitress?
No, it was just a hot girl in the canteen here at LBC Towers.
Oh, right, she was a waitress, right. Any idea where she was from?
I think she was from Sales and Promotion, which is the building around the corner.
No, she's born in England, apparently.
I'd got no idea. I didn't speak to her at
Right,
all.
certain parts of the world treat women differently with facial hair.
Oh, right.
Some of them actually champion it. They actually think it's fine.
Ooh.
Well, not in this part of the world because we're busy sort of lasering and pluckering and the rest of it. It's just
We're lasering and what? Pluckering?
Plucking.
Plucking, okay.
I mean, I personally, I think the hair thing has just got out of, it's all got out of proportion. I find men with chest hair much more attractive than men without chest hair.
But hair on men is all right, isn't it? I've got chest hair, by the
unfortunately,
way.
men are going to the laser clinics and they're lasering all this stuff off, and it's terrible.
Now that's silly. Yes, men should. Yeah, men should stay as they are.
Well, not just that. I mean, I find a lot of women are really sort of they mince around a bit. You know, I don't like men with hair on their chest and the rest of it. I hear a lot of that, and I just don't get.
Although I must admit, this is the first on LBC. I'm starting to get slightly hairy shoulders now. That's worrying.
Excellent.
It's not.
Hairy back's fantastic as well. I'm sorry. Someone has to say this. I don't hear it. I hear women saying, "Oh, I don't like men with hair and they're this and that." And that's nonsense.
On their this and that. Wow. Again, it's like Bernadette. Listen, have you got a moustache?
Not anymore.
So she removed her moustache. 0870 9090 973. LBC 97.3. It's the hair special. Oh, well, we're sailing on a pace. We'll carry on talking about hairy people. Well, hairy people as well, I suppose. It makes me slightly uncomfortable talking about this, but it's out there, so we'll talk about that. Living legends. The only living legend we've got is Cliff Richard. And not Willie Nelson and Alice Cooper, as Magnus and Hampstead has emailed in. And, of course, pregnant women should cover up a bit, shouldn't they? Bit of respect for the baby. 0870 9090 973. There we go. What's all the fuss about? Now, I've just had a hobnob, and I've just had 5 hobnobs. And they're delicious, but they're very dry, aren't they, hobnobs? So excuse me as I, little swig of water. In about an hour's time, we have got the 5:38 Daily Correspondent update. Chris, how many correspondents have we got lined up so far?
1.
Oh, wow! I don't know if you heard that there, dear listener. Chris was so furious that we only have 1. He actually fed back. Chris was feeding back is the technical term. Can you do that again, Chris?
1.
There we go. That's better. What's that? It's weird sonic noise. Anyway, 0870 9090 973. Arlette is in the Crawley.
Hiya.
Hello, Arlette.
Yeah, I don't want to see pregnant women's stomachs. I don't want to see very fat women's stomachs either. Just get more clothing, buy a bit more.
They should do. Now, listen, I'm on your side. These are 2 separate issues, though. With fat women, I mentioned this, I think, yesterday. I saw a fat bird, short skirt, really short crop top, and just a big belly just hanging over the edge, and that's disgusting. She should walk more, eat less, and buy a jumper. Just cover that up. But pregnant women, though, they think, oh, because I've got a baby inside me, I'm, like, special, so I should be allowed to... And pregnant people are beautiful. They're not. It's like these models on the covers of magazines, and they're pregnant, and they're just holding their big pregnant bellies. It's horrible.
It is horrible. Keep it away. If it's private as well, hide it. It's nice for you to wear more, show a little less. I've also got a famous person, for what you're
living legend.
A living legend.
Yeah.
Rod Stewart is the only bloke that can walk and actually look like a crocodile handbag at the same time. It's horrible.
I was in Selfridges once. I don't go there very often. I was in there once with a friend, and there was a really beautiful, glamorous woman with what looked like her short granddad.
A short crocodile handbag.
Yeah, and we turned around and said, "Who's that beautiful woman?" And who's that? Oh my God, that's Rod Stewart and that woman he's going out with. And
I've met him. I met him personally. He's revolting.
Well, that's your opinion, Arlette. I'm sure.
No, he looks revolting.
To look revolting, yes.
He looks like a crocodile handbag.
What were you doing meeting Rod Stewart?
Well, I was looking at his passport.
Why, you were like a pickpocket?
I might have done something like that, yeah.
Oh, nice. Well, Arlette, listen, thank you very much for that. She was bonkers. Conrad.
Good afternoon, Ian. How you doing?
Oh, by the way, John, we didn't speak to John in the first hour. If he's around and wants to come back, you know, Stroppy John. We didn't speak to him. We just left him on. I left him on hold for 45 minutes and didn't go back to him. So I don't know if he wants to come back on. Yes, comrade. I'm very, very well, thank you.
Good. I've got living legend for you.
Okay.
Muhammad Ali.
No.
Why not?
No, I'm not having him.
Gene Simmons.
No, I'm not having Gene Simmons. I'd say Muhammad Ali is close. I'm gonna have him. I'll put Muhammad Ali down.
Yay! There we go.
You got one. So far, the living legends we've got. I'm taking this really seriously. This is why I'm umming and ahhing about it. The living legends we've got are Cliff Richards and Muhammad Ali.
Sugar Ray Leonard.
Oh no, shut up! You can't have another box. You struck gold with one box. So leave it at that, comrade. It ain't happening.
Okay, I'll leave it like that then.
I was supposed to go to the boxing at Ali Pali last Friday.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't go because I thought I was going to be busy, and then the thing I was supposed to be doing got cancelled, so I could have gone, but I couldn't get hold of the guy that had the tickets. Have you ever been to a boxing match, comrade?
Many years ago, I saw Lloyd Hannigan fight at Albert Hall.
Any good?
It was when after he had passed his heyday, so he was on his way out. So,
I do like that when boxers retire, then 10 years later they get offered like $2 million for a fight, and they come back and they're all fat and they're old and they got some young kid who just goes in and beats the cack out of them.
In fact, have you been watching The Contender on ITV4?
Oh no, is this the thing with Sylvester Stallone where he trains up a boxer or something?
Well, he's not in this series.
Oh,
but
right.
Sugar Ray Leonard, they get 10 fighters together, and they fight for the chance to make it to the big time, and it's a very good program. One of the best reality ones going, I would say.
Oh no, I will check that out. Thank you, comrade.
No problem. You take care, Ian.
Good lad. It was a nice. I was supposed to go for a run tonight. I was going to go for a run after work tonight. I've even got my tracksuit trousers with me at work in my bag, and I'm just looking at the clock. It's 20, just gone 25 minutes to 5, and I'm thinking, oh, I can't be bothered. I'm going to go home. Going to watch Dragon's Den. Nice, Dragon's Den, innit? Go on MySpace. Mess around a bit. Play Dead Rising on the Xbox. A bit of Mario Kart. I'm going to go to bed. I don't think I can be bothered to go for a run. Nick, should I feel guilty, Nick, for not going for a run?
Well, I think running's boring.
Well, it is boring.
It's boring. You're just going to run, and then you're going to come back, and then what's the point?
It keeps you fit, and it lowers your chance of getting a heart attack.
I don't think so, because you're breathing all those fumes in as well, aren't you?
Well, I'll go running through some woods or something.
Nice.
The thing is, it is boring, and I take my iPod and I listen to stuff on that, or what I can't do is what people have told me about is when they get into the zone.
What zone?
Exactly, the zone where they their mind switches off, they become oblivious to the physical pain, time just passes. I'm there almost counting every single step. That's how aware I am.
Is that when they hit the wall?
No, No, the wall is when about 17 miles into a marathon.
Oh, okay. So it's only 17 miles. You hit the wall 17.
Unless you're Jade Goody, and then it's about 300 yards, I think.
Oh, bless her cotton socks.
No, I've worked with her. Don't bless him. Anyway, Nick.
Living legends.
Yeah.
You are the sun. I am the moon. You are the words. I am the tune.
Play me. Yeah. You want Lord Neil of Diamond in there?
Yes, surely.
Oh, living legend.
The man has written so many fantastic songs, not only for himself but for other people.
Oh, didn't he wrote? He wrote that.
He did, yep.
Oh,
I'm a believer.
I'm a believer.
Oh, what a fantastic record that is.
Neil Diamond's on the list. We're up to 3 so far. 3 living legends.
Thank you very much for that, matey.
Nick, you're a good lad. Thank you for that. If anyone can, I'm not going to go for a run tonight. I'm saying it now because the more I say it and the earlier I decide it, the less guilty I will feel when I don't go out and have a run. I'll have to have a run on Saturday or something. Is there any way of making it fun? Making running fun? That's probably too strong a word. I don't know how you just switch off your mind and enter the zone. And by the zone, I mean the world where you're unaware that you're running. Your thoughts are off somewhere else. You're not. I'm almost literally counting the number of footsteps I take. And looking at my watch every 30 seconds and going, oh, I need to time it. Okay, fine, that works.
I'm just one of those weird people who just actually enjoys it.
I like a good, a sprint, a 400-metre sprint.
Well, fair enough. Well, you should do more of that.
But the actual, I see a personal trainer at my gym. It's nothing fancy. It's one of the ones that comes with the gym. And,
I got that, yeah.
And he's always saying, well, he wants me to run twice a week, and the most I can manage is 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, I am absolutely knackered, and I can't move or breathe at all. He wants me to get that up to 30 minutes, and he's now started adding a little bit of a sprint at the end of it as well.
Oh yeah, if you actually do it, is that the thing?
I can't do 30 minutes. I did 30 minutes once.
If you keep doing it, it might get easier.
I just want to... The thing is, the main thing is it's physically painful and it's boring.
Okay, well, if you don't like it, you should just give up, I think.
Wow, you're motivational, Pete.
Yeah, well, I'm good at that.
Okay, nice one. What did you call in for?
Well, firstly, I'm 23, so I'm a young listener, just like you're looking for.
Excellent, thank you.
Yes, and secondly, beards are great, hairy men great, that's me.
Beards are great, but I think by hairy men, that mad woman, I can't remember her name, meant like hair on the body. Sometimes you see, that you see people and they are just covered in hair. They look like the Wolfman.
Yeah, I think that's good. I think women like that. Sensible women do.
Okay, have you got a really hairy back?
Not hairy back, hairy front.
Okay, okay. I've got a hairy chest. I've got a hairy chest. Chris, look at my hairy chest.
I'm sure he enjoyed that.
Oh, what was wrong with that? What's wrong with hairy chest, hairy stomach, and I'm just starting to get, not badly, I'm not like a freak, but I'm starting to get just like a few hairs on my shoulders.
Oh, that's good, You're becoming a real man.
Thank you,
anyway,
at last.
what I wanted to talk about
was
pregnant women.
Oh, yeah.
I think pregnant women should cover up, but that's not because they're pregnant. I think just all women should cover up a little bit more. You don't need to see that, whether they're attractive or not. You don't need to see quite as much skin as they're all revealing.
Oh, no, if they're hot, then surely we should have a little bit of flesh.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think a woman is far more attractive when she's wearing lots of clothes and you can work out she's attractive without her bearing everything.
Do you know, there's something in that, I suppose, but there's something quite nice. No, you're wrong. In the summer...
you're wrong.
No, you're wrong. In the summer, it's nice to see a well-formed midriff.
I suppose I can see where you're coming from, but on the whole, I think we need a little less of that.
Okay, so you're you're afraid of women then, Pete?
Not afraid.
Yeah, he's afraid of women. 0870 9090. So of course we want to see that, because I just don't think pregnant women... There are some people who get... I believe there is a fetish for pregnant women, that some men only find pregnant women sexually arousing. 0870 9090 973 is the telephone number. Iain at lbc.co.uk. We'll have more of your calls after we've had just a little bit of this.
Imagine buying your dream car at an affordable price in a relaxed, non-pressured sales environment. Up to 2,000 cars on display. Endless lines of cars, all shapes and sizes, and in various colours too. All cars undergo a 114-point quality check so you can buy with complete confidence.
Del, get this, right? We've just been watching Sky News, and there's a fella on there reporting outside Buckingham Palace.
Yeah.
He's wearing a cream suit, like a white shirt with blue stripes in it, thicker than pinstripes.
Yeah.
And a mauve tie.
Nice.
He looked like a pimp from like some 70s film. It was awful.
It probably is. The Queen's probably looking to enhance her salary, isn't she?
Yeah, which possibly. Who knows? Anyway, Del.
How you doing? Well, listen, a bit more travel news for you. I'm on the M25 and going clockwise, junction 16. It is at a standstill. And that was missed off the travel news, so just trying to avoid this if you can. It's a nightmare. Anyway, get back to hair, Iain, if I can.
Yes, please.
I'm actually considering having IPL. Have you ever heard what that is?
Internet port... No, I don't know.
No, not that kind of IPL. Intense pulse laser treatment. I have a beard which looks like Desperate Dan at the end of the day.
Right.
You have to shave probably 2 times a day to keep it.
Oh, you're one of those blokes, a two-timer.
Yeah, but only in that sense, as a wife will, I'm sure, back up. But I hate shaving. I've got really sensitive skin.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to take this intense pulse laser light treatment, which you have 3 or 4 treatments, and it permanently stops the hair growth.
Permanent? Now listen, I'm on your side. Women say, oh, it's hard being a woman, we have babies and have periods. Or
I've got it easy.
Get real, sister, we have to shave every day.
Yeah,
which
I hate it.
I hate it as well. I shave
I'm not having it.
I shave once a week, but...
It's it's going to cost about 600 quid, Ian, for the
And you'll never shave again?
No, and you'll save that in razor blades, and razor blades ain't cheap now, so the way I look at it, I'm going to save it in that. I just hate it. I mean, I like to feel nice and, it's nice to be freshly shaved, and, but I just don't like doing it.
But the thing is, it means you'll never... How old are you, Del?
I'm probably your age, Ian. I'm 35.
Well, I'm 33, so I'm actually quite a bit younger than you.
Okay.
So you're never going to be able to grow a beard?
No.
And are you all right with that? Supposing you get to 70 and you want a beard?
Why would I want a beard at 70?
But have you ever had a beard, like a full beard?
A goatee.
And what did you think?
It's okay for about 4 or 5 days, but then after that it just gets as itchy as hell.
See, I don't like shaving. I do like a beard. I've got a job that finishes, I think, in 3 or 4 weeks. Once it finishes, I'm going to grow a beard for a month or so, because I have no reason to be clean shaven.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have a bit of a beard. I'm looking forward to it, and I like having that freedom of... Oh, sorry, I've got a bit of hobnob in my mouth. Hang on.
Spit it out.
Oh, it's stuck in the back of my throat. There we go. I like having knowing I can... So this thing means you're never going to be able to grow a beard?
Exactly.
Is it going to hurt?
They say not. I've been doing a lot of research on it over the last 6 months probably, and I did look at having the laser treatment, which that does. I went and had a spot test, as they call it, a patch test for the laser treatment, and that hurt like hell. Yeah. So I said, "There's no way I'm having that done." But the intense pulse laser, it's just beams of intense light. And it just kills it.
I used to have a bit of a scar on my face, on my cheek, my right cheek.
Yeah.
And I went and I had this like £700 treatment, and I had to go about 8 times. And what they would do is it's a slightly different thing, but they would scrape a layer of the skin off of my face. So my entire face, she would scrape a layer of the skin off. Ow. Then she'd put it, oh man, it hurt. Then they put this kind of acid on your face.
Right.
And then they shined this light on it, this really intense, quite hot light. It was... She said, oh, it won't hurt. It might sting a little bit. It was the most painful thing I've ever had in my life, and I've still got a little bit of the scar. And she said, look, if you book another 3 or 4 sessions, we can get rid of that. And I said, to be honest, love, I'm fine with that. I can live with that.
Well, let me tell you, one of these places they've done this patch test in was just underneath the entrance to the nose. So, you know, like, the top of the moustache, like... very top there,
yeah.
And a little patch there, and that, I've never felt pain like it. I'm not joking, it really, really hurt.
And your missus is up for you getting this done, is she?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Well, she wants to go and have some surgery of her own, so it's a bit of a play-off at the moment, but yeah, no, she is happy for it.
What, she getting her boobs done?
Yeah, she wants to get a pump up here.
She wants to get what?
A pump up.
All right.
She's pumped up, doesn't she?
Steady on.
She's about an A cup at the moment. She wants to go to a D.
You sound quite excited by that prospect.
Hey, wouldn't you be?
Have you ever? Again, let's be delicate because of the time of day, and there are young people in the car. Have you ever cupped a fake breast?
I've cupped several, but let me just tell you something. There's 2 sorts.
Several?
One where you can have the implant in front of the muscle,
yeah.
And then that's not very nice. It feels like wobbly water. But the one that she wants to have is where they implant it behind the muscle.
All right.
And so it's a totally different feel, and it does feel a lot more natural.
How come? Hang on a second, Dale. How come you felt a couple already?
I'm 34 years, 35 years old, Ian, so...
Good lad, you've
I've not been married forever.
Dale, listen, when are you getting this thing done on your face?
Certainly within the next month, we're looking
Give us a call when you've had it done, let me know how it goes.
Will do, thanks, Ian.
Thank you. That sounds insane. That sounds ridiculously painful, whatever they say. And surely you want to have the option of growing a beard, don't you? Oh, look, there we go. A lot of people say Michael Jackson is a living legend. No, you've misunderstood. You've completely misunderstood. Living legend, Jesus, well, it's, okay. We're compiling a list of living legends. So far, the only living legends, and this proves that you can be alive and be a legend, despite what my producer Adrian Crisp says. Cliff Richards, Neil Diamond, and Muhammad Ali. We're not having Jimmy Savile, we're not having David Hasselhoff, and we're certainly not having Michael Jackson. 0870 9090 973. Spy working for British intelligence. It's Dion in the Langley.
Good evening.
Good afternoon. It's not evening till 6 o'clock, sir.
Oh, sorry, no, it's 5 to 5.
Correct.
Yeah.
Or as the Fonzie would say, correctamundo.
Yeah, correctamundo.
Correctamundo. Can we just bring my birdie down a bit? I'm going to play some... Do you mind if I play some music behind us while we talk?
Do I want to play some music?
Well, do you?
I don't know if I've got any to play.
Well, I've got something. Shall I play a song while we talk?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yes, Dion, what can I do for you?
Just... You're playing the Monkeys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. You ignore that.
No, there's nothing wrong with it.
Is it putting... Is it...
It reminds me of my dad.
Why, was your dad in the Monkeys?
No, he was in the forces.
Oh, okay. They were a manufactured army, weren't they? What? Is the music putting you off, Dion?
No, not at all.
Okay, well, let's see if we can... If you look in front of you, can you see the point? Let's head towards that, shall we? Let's go.
Where am I looking at?
The point is... What did you call him for, Dion?
I don't know. You were going to call in and see me.
Sorry, what?
You were going to call in and talk to me.
No, hang on. No, the way it works...
You're going to call in and talk to me.
No, you phoned us up, didn't you?
No, you said you had something to call up about.
No, okay, let me explain how it works. People phone in, 0870 90 90 973. You've done that, and that would imply you've got something to say. Have you?
Well, I've got something to say.
Well, what is it? God. Come on, Dion.
Well, I've got...
What?
About Afghan.
What?
About taking stuff over abroad.
Taking stuff out from abroad?
Yeah, taking over abroad.
What is he talking about? I don't know what you're talking about, Dion.
Yeah, where we can take stuff over.
Where? Dion, are you alright?
Yeah.
Whether you could stay... Whether you could...
Where we can...
Take stuff over?
Yeah.
What, abroad?
Yeah, we can...
Should be alright, shouldn't it?
Yeah, well, we should do. Where we can take over our bags.
Yeah, let's have a go.
You know?
Okay, well, thanks for that.
Right?
Yeah.
We take our bags.
Yes.
And,
Ooh. Yes. Shall we try again tomorrow, Dion?
Yeah, we're on it.
Okay, good, lad. Ah, dearie me. I've not got a clue. I've not got a clue. 0870 90 90 973. If you can explain the last 4 minutes of what you've just heard on LBC 97.3. 0870 90 90 973. It's 5:05 already. It's flown by today, actually. It's been cracking. If you've just tuned in, you missed Jeff Wayne, War of the Worlds. Shame on you. Oh, next week's Music Thursday is on Friday. Does that make sense? And we've got Sparks coming in, which I'm very, very excited about. I shall dig out some Sparks records over the weekend and listen to them. But they're on tour. I think they're playing the Forum Saturday the 30th, or something like that. We'll have all that next week. Anyway. So 0870 90 90 973. We've been speaking about ladies with tashes, and that's moved on to speak about hair in general, and it's rank! It's not good, although, you know, hairy backs are bad, hairy chests you can get away with. Blokes I'm talking about here, obviously. Pregnant ladies should cover up. We're trying to find some living legends. All we've got so far, Cliff Richards, Neil Diamond and Muhammad Ali. That's it. And not Stuart Hall, as Lena has foolishly suggested. Bruce is in the Stokenchurch.
Aha!
Oh, crikey,
Good day. Listen, living legends, I came up with it, I thought about it.
Yep.
The Queen!
Don't be so stupid.
Of course, imagine, look, she keeps Charlie off the throne.
Yeah.
Imagine her whole mad family. Imagine living in that house with them lot.
Right.
She deserves an accolade.
Well, the accolade is not going to be living legend on...
Well, yes, it is. That's a good accolade. And also...
But it's not
hairy
correct.
Women,
yes.
What about a lady with a hairy areolae? I once knew one.
Was that the nipple?
That's the bit around the nipple.
Yes, I've seen that.
Yeah, but if you licked it anti-clockwise...
Oh, no. We can't have that. Can't have that. Go away. Lucy.
Yes, hi.
Hello, Lucy. You're on the radio.
Hi.
Hi there.
I wanted you to desperately put Michael Jackson into the list. I know you said you didn't want to, but he's the most
bobbins.
amazing performer, and he's practically changed the world, in my opinion.
Right, in your opinion, but your opinion is wrong. How has he changed the world?
He has it all, like the charity work he's done. So many performers that are out at the moment say that it's just solely because of him that they're out there, like Beyonce, so Justin Timberlake, Usher. You know,
oh God, that lot.
Like the music business wouldn't be what it is without him.
But can I suggest something to you, Lucy?
Yeah.
He's rubbish.
He is not rubbish. He's created a new music. He's created a new dance style.
Whoa! He's not. What new music did he create?
He did. He created like a whole new style of music. He brought out.
What style of music did he create?
Well, when you watch his videos and listen to his music, it's all much more staccato. He's pulled from James Brown. He's created like a whole new dance style.
So what you've okay. Well, so you've disproved your first argument there by saying he's created a whole new musical style. He's taken stuff from James Brown. So he's copied James Brown and put a little disco beat to it. What new? And I can take you on this next argument quite easily. What new dance style has he created?
He pulled from like the locking of the 70s, and he made it his own. Everything he's done, he's made his own.
What new dance? Name one new dance Michael Jackson came up with.
The moonwalk.
You're wrong. Do you know where Michael Jackson got the moonwalk from?
I know it was the Lockers, but he made it so much more. He made it travel more. He made it more magical.
It was Shalimar, actually, but he copied it off Shalimar. Lucy?
Yeah.
I seem to have blown your mind with that argument.
No, but you have to be on the list because he's just amazing.
No, he's not going on the list. God, what is happening here? I've cut her off because she was bonkers. Listen, oh jeez, I had to prompt her every time I wanted her to say something. Surely me making a point and then stopping meant that you could say something, but instead I had to say, right, your turn to talk. And that does not yet, Tony, not you, sorry, I was talking to that last girl I've cut off. Sorry, Tony, not your turn to talk yet.
I won't talk.
Good lad. Your turn to talk now, Tony.
Oh, right, okay. Well, first of all, sorry that you missed the boxing, but I was a boxer for 10 years.
Yes.
So you missed really fit people punching each other's lights out. So that's good.
Sounds blinding to me. It does sound good to me.
Yeah, but the funny thing about it is, when you're fit, and you know you feel so confident, they don't actually hurt you that much.
Shut up! Of course they do.
No, they don't.
Of course they do.
Well, you know they're talking about this zone that you get into. You know, I had a man break his hand hitting me in the head.
Oh,
and I know it's a dangerous thing and one shouldn't condone it, but the fact is that I didn't realise at the time that I was being pummeled quite so hard because I was fighting fit. But that's not why I called. Why I called...
Yes, sir.
Why I called is that whilst I was having my brains rattled over 10 years, I know exactly what Dion Ceylon was talking about.
Ceylon?
Yeah,
yes.
Well, he was talking about taking stuff abroad.
Oh, Dion, yes.
Yeah, well, I understand what he's on about, and I will, in fact, be taking stuff abroad.
Okay, this is the call we had just before the news, before 5 o'clock. Dion, I was slightly confused by Dion, and I think me playing the music underneath him confused him.
Yes, yeah. Well, you could play the Indian monkey music, and you won't.
Okay, well, let's have. Hang on a minute. Let's get the Indian monkeys queued up. Here we go. Let's.
It's nice, actually. Quite nice.
It was very, very pleasant, wasn't it?
Is that Lankra guy?
No, it's I can't remember the name of the dude that.
Not the Mumtaz, is it?
No, it's a fella called Lord Sitar.
Lord Sitar.
Yes, Lord Sitar.
Oh, right, yeah, that'll be number 3 on the menu for 4. Right, okay. Well, you want to play that?
Oh, yeah, hang on a second, I'm just getting it queued up.
You're getting confused.
Here we go.
You've got the music.
Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Oh, God.
Yeah. Well, is that any music?
Hang on, here we go. There we go.
Lovely.
Yes.
Right, what he was on about, right, was taking stuff abroad, and I'm taking stuff abroad very shortly to the island of Mauritius.
Yes.
And what he's saying is that all English people that are genuinely, English going on holiday shouldn't be restricted with the luggage that they take inside the aircraft with them, which I think really is a pointless exercise anyway, because we only put it in a cupboard and then pull it out again when we get to the end of our journey. So what's the point of taking it separately? You might as well put it in a blimmin' case and just carry your passport. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, the plane will take off a lot quicker, and you won't have great big arses dragging around sports bags when they've already got giant suitcases in the belly of the aeroplane.
Yes, thank you, Tony.
Well, that's
As an investor, you want a property that looks fantastic in the right location, but most of all, you want
Brent.
Mr. Lee, at last.
At last, Brent, we finally get to speak.
Yeah, of course. Unfortunately, I'm not in the Brent anymore. I'm actually over in St Albans.
Oh, can we pretend you're still in Brent? Because Brent in Brent sounds good.
Yeah, okay, we'll do that.
Lovely, thank you. Yeah,
right, anyway, Mr. Lee, I was ringing you about the pregnant ladies with their bare tops, or their bare bellies showing with their tops up.
Yep, cover it up. I don't want to see it.
Absolutely disgusting. I agree with you 110%. Uncalled for, I think, really.
Yeah.
My other half at the moment is Jew. And if she tried that, I'd say, "Oi, Doris, no."
You'd put your foot down, would you? As a gentleman should still be able to do, but I can't do it anymore these days.
No. Well, I get a little say in it, but not much.
Well, are you one of these blokes that finds pregnant women sexy? Because I think that it's not a look that appeals to me. Let's say.
The first month, yes. After there on, no. And as you can imagine. Everything else changes from there on. So.
And it's not me, listen, it's not me having a dig at pregnant women or anything like that. It's just some men find them very sexy. I've got a friend of mine who is only attracted to pregnant women. Very odd. But it doesn't do anything for me. I wouldn't want to go there.
Right, so I take it his other half's always pregnant, or am I getting that wrong?
No, he's single. He's attracted to pregnant women. Now, how does this work? I don't know, but
he... There's seriously wrong there, I think.
There's something very seriously wrong there, morally and whatever. Brent, thank you for that.
No worries.
There we go. I suspect... I felt he was a bit disappointed with that phone conversation. He's waited a long time, he said, and that was it, Wasn't great. Now, Catherine...
Hello!
Oh, dear. It says on my screen you're in Bunham, but I'm guessing Chris has missed out the R and you're in Burnham.
I am in Burnham, yes.
There we go. My dentist is in Burnham.
Lenco.
There we go, yep.
Yeah, same as me.
Well, and I used to go to... It's now a travel shop, I think, but there used to be an excellent video store there that had Betamax videos upstairs.
That's right, yeah, and a real windy staircase.
The real windy staircase. I'd go upstairs. Listen, dig this. I'd go up there at the age of 13, and I would buy, on Betamax, X-rental copies of Bruce Lee films that were X-rated. I'd get them for like £5.
Absolutely, and horrific movies as well.
Yeah.
They had all the best horrors upstairs.
They did have it, in the old days when it was all a little bit unregulated, they have all the horrors you couldn't get anywhere else. Superb.
The reason for me calling is I wanted to put Bruce Forsyth as a living legend.
Oh, we were getting on so well, then it turns out you're an idiot!
I love Bruce Forsyth. I was brought up on the London Palladium. So, as far as I'm concerned, he's only brought us best game shows, but...
What was his... No, I tell you the reason he can't be a living legend.
Okay.
He was in a sitcom. Do you remember his sitcom? It was... and he played a manager of a supermarket... And it was called something like Mr. Wheeler's... No, not Mr. Wheeler, who's my physics teacher. It was called, like, Wheeler's Choice. Or, something... It was something... His name, then something. Something.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's
And I
gonna
think
bug me.
because you can't remember, I think we should still let him be a living legend.
Hang on. Oh, hang on. Lindy...
We'll get a lots of calls about
We'll get lots of what, did you say?
Lots of calls about Bruce.
I don't think that's what you said first time round. Lindy, do you remember what the sitcom was called?
So I missed that bit. What was that?
The sitcom with Bruce Forsyth in.
No. Bruce Forsyth is a living legend.
Oh,
You're same birth year as me, Ian, so you should be...
Is that Habiba?
What?
Is that Habiba?
No, it's Lindy.
No, I'm Lindy.
Oh, no, who's shouting?
Catherine.
Oh, what? Hang on. Who am I talking to then?
I'm Lindy.
Right, and who's
And
Catherine?
And I'm Catherine from the Burnham.
Right.
You sounded like Habiba, sorry.
Who sounded like a Bieber? You both got the same voice.
Catherine sounded like Habiba.
Catherine, say Catherine sounded like a Bieber.
Catherine sounds like Habiba.
Okay, you don't sound the same. Who was born in the same year as me?
Me.
Who's that?
The 73, Catherine.
Oh, God almighty, but I was talking to Lindy then.
Well, you're not now.
You've both got the same voice. This is blowing my mind. Right, so Catherine, no, you can't have Bruce Forsyth. I'm going to cut you off.
Okay.
There we go. Lindy.
Hello.
Yes.
I'm going to talk to you about your hair
Okay.
on your back.
Oh, well, no, hang on 1 second. Let's just clear this up. All I have on my back is a few wisps on my shoulder, only maybe half a dozen. It's not that hairy.
You will get hairier, though.
Well, yeah, but I'm not going to be like the wolf boy at school.
Well, my husband wasn't when I married him, and then when he was in his early 50s, he started getting hairy and hairy, and now he's covered in hair.
Oh, is it hideous?
No, it's lovely.
Even on his back?
Yeah, it doesn't bother me at all.
Some men have hairy bums.
Yeah, he's got a hairy bum, but not very hairy.
It just makes me uncomfortable. Hair on my chest is fine. When I was growing up, I never wanted to have hair on my chest, and it's happened. It's here, and it's fine. And I'm used to that. I don't want any more hair on my body.
I do think you will get more, I'm afraid. But don't worry, it's fine.
Okay, well, so you find it sexy, do you?
Yeah,
Okay, so well, that's comforting, I suppose.
that's reassured you, has it?
Yes, it has. Thank you very much, Lindy.
Okay,
There we go. Bye. Sasan.
Yes, mate.
You're on the radio, isn't it?
Robert Redford.
No, it's Ian Lee.
I know, but Robert Redford is the legend.
No, he's not. 0870 90 90 973 is the phone number. The living legends we've got so far: Cliff Richards, Neil Diamond, Muhammad Ali. I'm taking these very seriously. Okay, these are very serious. You have to fit. I don't quite know what the criteria is to be a legend, but it's more than just Robert Redford. He was an all right actor, but a legend. I don't think so. Jerry's in the Leytonstone.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, Jerry.
Long time no here, mate.
Yeah.
Are you at work?
What?
Are you at work?
Yeah, I'm doing the radio, innit?
Ah, I thought I was on your mobile.
No.
No? What's going on?
I'm doing the radio show. You're speaking as though we actually know each other in the real world.
Oh, I thought we did.
No.
No, what's going on? Were you busy?
What do you mean what's going on? I'm doing the radio show.
Oh, yeah, well, loads of nutters phoning you up.
Loads of freaks pretending they know me.
Now, right, Ian, you're the man. What's going on, mate? Good show today? I thought it was brilliant. Yesterday was absolutely superb, I thought. Triple M made me lose my job. I lost my job because of that. I can't get up in the morning, Ian, at 7 o'clock. I can't do it on a Monday morning. Triple M, 10 till 1, 6 hours sleep. I can't get up, so I lost my job because of you. So I'd like to know what you're going to do about that, really, Ian.
Have you ever peed in a swimming pool?
Brenda, what are you doing, you woman?
Have you ever peed in a swimming pool?
Yeah, no, every time I go into a pool, I pee in it, mate. Come spit it out, mate. Go on.
I'm a bit sad.
Go on.
I'm a bit sad.
Why?
A burglar has come into the house.
What?
He's starting to beat me up.
Well, he's not doing hard enough, is he, really? Because you're still talking to me. So.
Yeah, that's funny, isn't it?
Yeah, it's funny.
So I'll come round there and beat you up.
College, mate?
So I'll come round there and beat you up.
Me?
The number 91 bus was on time today.
Brenda, you couldn't beat me up. You're a woman.
You have to ask yourself.
You've got woman hands.
Do I feel lucky?
You feel lucky?
Well, do you, punk?
I feel lucky all the time, mate.
Punk.
How could you beat me up when you got woman hands?
Punk.
Lorenzo, you got woman hands. Do you paint your nails?
Boys will be boys.
Lorenzo, do you paint your nails?
If you've just missed that bit...
Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, good.
Mate, just found out to have a little argument with you, really. Yeah, I can't have it. You know, pregnant women, there's nothing wrong with pregnant women, mate. And I'm showing their navels and their airy areolas. I mean, it's beautiful. I don't know what the problem is.
Chris,
Yeah.
you're a muppet.
Oh, come on.
But stay there. We'll have this argument after the news,
Okay.
unless you bottle it and put the phone down like a coward.
I'm there, mate. I'm there.
Yeah, we'll see if he's here after the latest news headlines. I just think that Nigel's sounding a bit old. 08709090973. Look, we've been talking about ladies with moustaches, and then that evolved into hairy men, and pregnant ladies should cover up, living legends. After 5:30 to about 6:30, that's when it kind of all goes off the rails a bit. I try to steer this ship as well as I can. It goes a bit mental, so, you know, whatever happens now, I'm not responsible for, although legally I am. Chris was going to have a go at me. Chris, away you go.
Yeah, you bang out of order, mate. That's what I've got to say. I mean, what do you think you're doing, really?
That's your argument, is it?
No, all right.
It's not great, mate. To be
All
honest.
right, sorry. Okay, women with showing their bellies is good. There's nothing wrong with that.
Pregnant women showing their bellies is good.
I think that's fine. I mean,
Have a bit of respect for the baby.
Oh, come on, the baby's hidden away. You can't even see the baby.
Yeah, the baby's hidden away by flesh. Let's hide away the flesh that's covering the baby.
No, that's fine. The baby needs to feel some atmosphere.
Oh, you are talking out of your... If you're going to talk nonsense, then you might as well put the phone down now, because that's rubbish.
Have you got a hairy Harry?
Yes, I have.
You have? Okay, well, that proves my point. Yeah, it's a natural thing, yeah?
What, to have hairy nipples?
No, I'm going... Yeah, hairy nipples are all right.
Yeah.
Hairy nipples.
On a man?
Yeah, but, I mean, if I was pregnant, yeah? If I was a woman and I got pregnant, I would walk around... You know, if it was a summer's day, yeah, I'd walk around with my navel showing, and I wouldn't have a problem with that.
But the thing, I tell you what's so ugly about pregnant women's navels.
There's nothing ugly about that. How can you say that?
If you let me make my point,
sorry,
you'll realise their navels push outwards.
Yeah,
and that's ugly.
It's what nature intended, obviously. I mean,
but it's ugly though, Chris.
No, mate, it's good. It's fine. It's fine. I think you've got it right. Can I say? I was listening to the station the other day, yeah. And do you wear your jeans for 3 weeks?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Oh, see, you're minging, mate. You're a wrong 'un. You don't know where you're coming from.
Chris, I know exactly where I'm coming from.
No, not really, Ian.
Okay, bye-bye, Chris. He was an odd fellow, wasn't he? Sally.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, Sally.
Hello, your show's really great.
Thank you. There aren't enough women called Sally.
Oh, thank you.
It's a good name, Sally. I like it.
Sally Ann.
Ah. That's over-egging the pudding a bit, isn't it?
Well, it was my father. You know, he decided on that.
So there's a hyphen involved, is there?
No,
Oh,
I just call myself Sally.
Okay, well, they're fantastic. Anyway, Sally, thanks for calling.
It's a pleasure.
Bye-bye.
For a lovely show.
Well, did you have something to say?
Yes, I did, actually.
Oh,
I just had an idea listening to your show as I was doing my housework, being an old oldie.
Oh, are you an old woman?
I am, actually.
Okay, how old are you? Hang on, don't tell me, let me guess. You're, 62.
Not quite.
65.
No, that's horrid.
57.
That's better.
So you're 60.
No, I'm not.
Okay. You sound hot, though, it has to be said.
Oh, thank you very much.
There you go. Anyway, Sally.
Yes, my suggestion for the living legend was Paul McCartney.
Oh, now, it's a tough one, Paul McCartney. Obviously, Beatles, fantastic.
Yeah.
He's done a lot of rubbish since then, though.
He has, but his songs with Lennon McCartney will live on, won't they? And we'll all be singing them, banging them out over, well, our children and our children's children will be singing them over pubs.
No, I'm not gonna let you have Paul McCartney.
Really?
But I would let you have Ringo Starr.
Yes.
And I don't quite know why he's more of a legend than Paul McCartney.
No,
I think
has he written anything?
He wrote Octopus's Garden.
Oh, did he?
But the thing is, I think the fact that Ringo has kept his silence, whereas Paul McCartney opens his mouth at every opportunity, and often a lot of...
It's not his fault, is it, really?
Well, it's not his fault he opens his mouth.
No, I mean with what's going on at the moment.
Oh, well, yes, but I'm not ignoring the marital problems for the moment. Everything else. The entire decade of the 1980s was an embarrassment for McCartney.
Yes, but I mean, is it his music that's important? or the scandal.
Boom, boom, aye, boom.
And I
boom,
had one other suggestion, but I don't know anything about football, but it was just an idea, and that was Pele.
No.
No?
No footballers. But I am going to put, Ringo Starr on the list. I feel he's more of a legend than McCartney, and I can't explain it or put it into words, which is unusual for me, because normally I'm quite verbose. So far, the living legends we've got are Cliff Richards, Ringo Starr, Neil Diamond, Muhammad Ali. It's 5:38!
It's time for the daily 5:38 Daily Correspondent Update. Brought to you every day. Daily.
Hi, I'm Annabelle from the Woodford, the Supercars and Kids Uber veteran correspondent, and here is my update. Yesterday, Richard Hammond crashed a jet car at 180 miles per hour. He was removed from the wreckage and is now seriously ill in hospital. The event happened when the car became out of control and skid dramatically. I wish Richard a speedy recovery and hope to see him back on our screens in the near future.
Yes, are we all? Yes. Very sad, all of that, isn't he? He was a nice, he is a nice fella. Bob Mayer.
Hello, Ian, how are you?
Bob, have you died since we last spoke to each other?
No. I may have been back in hospital, but I'm doing fine now.
You're, in the words of Jason Donovan, you're doing fine.
Doing fine. A few things, very quickly.
Okay.
Tripper's Day, I think, was the Bruce Forsyth.
Tripper's Day. Now, I've had someone emailed in saying it was Spooner's Choice.
Ooh.
But someone has... 3 people have emailed in saying it was Slinger's Day.
I think it was Tripper's Day, because Leonard Rossiter played the part originally, didn't he? Then he died, and then I think the Bruce Forsyth took over.
OK, well, we'll wait for confirmation, Bob. Lovely.
I can't ring Bruce. I haven't seen him for years.
No, I've fallen out of favour with him.
I worked on one of his shows years ago. It was dreadful.
What show did you work on?
With the Dolly Dealers. What was it called?
The higher, lower.
Yeah, that load.
What was that? Play your cards right?
Yeah, I worked on that many years.
What did you do on that?
I was a props man.
Oh, really?
I've told you I worked on Little Mickey.
Oh, you did? My old man used to be...
Breakfast with Donuts, around the time he was shot.
He did not get shot. My old man used to be a props man at BBC.
Oh, I was at LWT.
Oh, you go, you see, the rival. Well, that's good. Play your cards right is a cracking format. You can't go wrong with that.
Oh, I didn't like it. Anyway.
Oh, I used to like that. I used to like the gambling bit there. Anyway.
Brian Wilson, of course, is a legend.
Oh, what am I thinking? Brian Wilson's on the list, yes.
I mean, there's no question about it. I'd also, James Brown as well, and Kurt Vonnegut.
No. Right, not going to let you have James Brown because he's rubbish.
He's not rubbish.
Oh, he's...
he's better than Kiss.
Hardest working man in show business, the Godfather. He's terrible. That was going to break new bag.
Well, and also, I'd say Kurt Vonnegut, but no one else but me and you probably know who he is.
I tried to get Kurt Vonnegut on the show.
Is he not coming on?
No, I got an email. Get this, right? I sent an email to his agent saying, I'd like to get Kurt Vonnegut on the show, this is what the show is, da-la-la. And his agent wrote back saying, Kurt Vonnegut is doing no more interviews, he's nearly 84 years old, and he feels that he has said everything he wants to say.
Oh, he is a living legend, though, and it's a shame you can't get him on.
All right, I'm putting Vonnegut on the list.
OK, mate.
He's down there. Good work, Bob, thank you for that.
All right.
Lovely. Bye. Bobby.
Hello.
Hello, Bobby.
Stevie Wonder.
What about him?
Is he a living legend?
I don't think so. Ian!
Hello, Ian.
Hello, Ian. Oh, same name.
Crazy.
It's insanity, isn't it?
That's mad. Ian, I don't need to shave in the morning. I've had that intense light treatment.
Oh, the ILP, this stops you ever having to have a shave?
Absolutely right.
And how did it hurt?
No, not really. Well, not as much as having a shave when you're hungover or tired and you cut yourself. That hurts more than that.
And so how long ago did you get this done?
I got it done just before my wedding, so 2 years ago.
But why did you do it, man? That's unnatural.
Because I hate shaving and I get horrible rash on my neck and it's ugly and...
Yeah. The rash thing is, I don't get the rash anywhere near as bad as I used to, and if I'm lucky, I don't get it at all, but I used to get it quite badly.
You get an extra 15 minutes sleep as well every day. That's good.
But that means you can never have fun with facial hair.
Yeah, that's true, but facial hair is confusing when you shave beards off. You have to, draw diagrams to work out what to do and stuff.
Sorry, what?
Well, you've grown a beard, yeah?
Yeah, I have grown beards in the past.
So when you shave it off, you want to make funny shapes out of your beard. But it's science. You have to draw diagrams because if you shave one type of beard, you've just ruined another type of beard, so you have to really map it out. So it just got too mad for me, so I don't shave. Don't grow a beard.
Okay. And this is going to last forever, is it?
Forever, yeah.
And your missus is all right with it?
Well, she did it. My missus' family runs a beauty...
Oh, here we go. Now it's all making sense. Ian, you were the guinea pig for the missus' new business.
I was a guinea pig.
You've been totally stitched up.
I am a guinea pig.
Ian, thank you very much for that. It's a weird thing to do, never growing a beard. Some people can't shave anyway. Some people don't shave. Paul.
Hello.
Hello, Paul. We've not got long. What can I do for you?
I just wanted to suggest Rolf Harris as a living legend.
You know I'm going to cut you off now, don't you?
Yeah.
There we go. And yes, that leaves me... I've got to talk for 40 seconds. That's fine, because that was nonsense. Rolf Harris, I met him. He was a little bit grumpy when I met him, to be honest. He was a little bit... I'm sure he was very busy at the time. Well, I've got 30 seconds to fill now. I have no reason to fill... No way to fill. I was hoping that guy was going to be a sensible call. Can we do Martin quickly? Martin!
Hello!
You've got 20 seconds.
Okay, I think you should put Pele in as...
Okay, right, I'll cut him off. There we go. We're not having Pele. What did Pele do? He was all right at football, and he advertises Viagra. That's it. That's his career. So it's not happening. Any sensible suggestions? 0870 90 90 973. Now, have I got time for a wee in this break?
Now you
got a lot of calls. Let's rattle through them. Bob.
Hello, Ian. The pregnant woman thing.
Yes, sir.
I think they look great.
Oh, you're one of those.
I
are you?
love it.
Why?
Pregnant woman with a thong on. It's just sexy.
With a thong on.
Oozes sex.
Oh, it doesn't ooze sex. The thong disappears.
Ooze sex. Fluffy armpits as well. It's magic.
Why? Tell me why it oozes sex, Bob. Because I find it, and this is no disrespect and not being misogynistic. I find it repulsive.
Well, that's a gay attitude, you see, and a woman is never more womanly than when she's got one in the oven. I mean, it's just fact, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for that, Bob.
Can I give you a legend?
Well, yeah. Go on.
Barrett.
Sid Barrett.
Sid Barrett.
Yeah, but it's living legends, Bob.
Sid will never die. Ian.
Well, never. No, he died about a month ago. Did you not read the news?
He will. I read a obituary poem you allowed me to read.
Yes. Well, he's dead. Then he's a living legend.
Living legend.
Yes.
Oh well. How about Frank Zappa?
He's dead as well.
Oh yeah. That is another problem.
Yes. Thank you, Bob. Jilly.
Hello, he was a bit forceful, wasn't he?
Oh, wasn't he just? I don't like forceful men.
Oh, no, I can't I don't like preggy bellies either.
No, it's horrible.
No, not very nice. I don't think it. I think it should be hidden.
Yes, it should be. They should wear like big sort of smocks.
Yeah.
Is smock a word?
Yes, I think so. If you say it, it must be it.
I thought that a smock is like a big sort of dress that is very...
Yeah, we don't wear those anymore, darling. Keep up with the times.
But pregnant women should.
Yeah, well, maybe... I don't mind tight things. I like them showing off their belly in that way, but not for all to see. You don't want to see it, do you?
Keep it all hidden.
Listen, can I join your living legends? You can't do living legends without having Bill Bailey.
Well, the comedian?
Yes, he's divine. He is a living legend.
He's a nice bloke and he's funny.
No. He's not just a nice bloke.
He's funny, but he's not a legend.
No, he's a living legend.
Hang on. So I'm going to read the names that we have so far.
Okay.
By the way, Alex in Paris...
Yes.
Says, Ian, every person on your living legends list have been selected by you. You have rejected every caller's suggestion. My recommendation for the living legend is your Queen Elizabeth. I am certain you are deleting her too. Well, no, that's not true. These are this is the list, Jilly.
Okay.
And you tell me if you... I'm going to put Bill Bailey in at the end, and you see if he fits, okay?
Okay.
Cliff Richards, Brian Wilson, Ringo Starr, Neil Diamond, Kurt Vonnegut, Muhammad Ali, and Bill Bailey.
Yes.
It doesn't fit, does it?
Of course it
It's
doesn't.
embarrassing.
It's top of the list.
It's embarrassing.
No, it's not, because you've decided.
Yes, I have. Steve.
Hello.
Hello, Steve.
Living legend.
Yeah.
I think this one's going to be okay.
Okay, go on. Let's run it past me.
A-list Hollywood star from the golden era, and many people think he's actually gone, but he's not. Tony Curtis.
Chris is saying no.
Oh, you can't say no. Chris probably doesn't know who he is.
Yeah, Chris, what name one Tony Curtis film, Chris?
Fish Called Wonder?
Right, that's Jamie Lee Curtis, you idiot.
That's his daughter.
For the very, for the very reason that Chris doesn't know who it is, I'm going to put him on the list.
Oh, okay. Not the best reason in the world, but surely he is, isn't he?
Well, yeah, no, I'll put him on the list, Steve. What more do you want? In fact, no, I'm going to take him off the list now. She'll give me a hard time. He's gone. Danny.
Hello there, Ian.
Yes, Danny, I'm fine.
Excellent. I'm glad Tony Curtis got the list. Never deserved to go on it anyway.
He didn't. Well, he didn't. No, I only put him on there because Chris didn't like him, and then that fella gave me a hard time, so he's gone again.
But talking of Hollywood legends, it's got to be Robert De Niro for loads of reasons. He's got to go on.
Hang on a second. You know, how do you... Campbell. How do you say his name? Menzies Campbell.
Hey?
Sir Menzies Campbell.
I don't know. Who's he?
He's the leader of the Liberal Democrats. But you spell it M-I-N-G. They put Menzies up there on Sky News. They put, as in John Menzies.
No,
that's wrong, isn't it?
No, it's massively wrong, isn't it?
Chris, come on, hang on. Chris, shush.
That's right.
No, but it's spelled M-I-N-G.
No, it's pronounced Ming.
Well, then, okay. Then earlier on, they put Ming up there.
Did they?
Yeah, they put Ming up there.
That must be a different story.
Oh, it was about Ming the Merciless, was it? No, it said up in the thing, Ming.
All right, take it out with them, not me.
Yes, Danny. Sorry, I'm having a bit of fallout with my producer there over Sky News.
No, right. No, like I said, Robert De Niro's got to go on it for lots of different reasons. He's got to go on.
No, it's not. It's Menzies. It's pronounced Menzies. It's not pronounced Ming. It's spelt Ming.
I don't care.
But oh, God. Yes, Danny, sorry.
No, it's all right. It's all right. We done?
Yeah, go ahead.
Robert De Niro.
I'll let you have Al Pacino.
Hey?
I'll let you have Al Pacino. You can't have De Niro.
Why not De Niro?
Because I don't think he's a living legend, whereas I think Al Pacino is.
Oh, Al Pacino's good. I won't be wrong here, but Bananarama never sung a song about Al Pacino, did they?
Oh, yeah, that's true. Danny, I can't put him on the list, but I've put Al Pacino down. What we're going to have to do is we've got about 8 calls backed up. I'll take Gary now. Oh, no, what? Gary?
Yes, Ian?
Can you wait there for a minute?
Of course.
Good lad. What we'll have to do, Chris, is when we come back, we'll only have a minute until the end of the hour. We're going to have to put all of these calls on in one go and just let them make their point all together. Can we do that? Is that all right? We'll work the technology. We've got about 8 calls. We'll have to take all in one go.
Hi, I'm...
OK, Gary?
Yes, Ian?
What's your point, sir?
Living legend, 3 words, Sir David Frost.
No, I can't accept that.
Well, he created breakfast television, which gave you a living for a bit.
Well, it didn't give me a living. It was hardly a living. It paid the rent for a year.
Well, there you are. Also, he created topical news programmes, when they talk about, and satirise the news.
Yeah. Well,
the career of John Cleese.
He didn't. He stole that from Peter Cook. Gary, hang on a second. I've got Dude, Don, Jeff, Gus, Tom and Archie. Listen, we've only got a minute left. I can't fit your points now, all of you. Away you go.
David Bowie,
David Frost.
David Bowie,
Chuck Norris is the best ever.
He was on the television. He had a chat show in America and the UK.
Oh, Chuck Norris.
David Bowie.
Too much for me. Listen up, everybody. Carlos Santana.
What? One song, Carlos Santana. One song.
No.
One song.
Carlos Santana, right? You lot just quiet, you stop your
Chuck
noise.
Norris. Carlos Santana isn't as good as Eric Clapton.
Carlos Santana.
Isn't as good as Eric Clapton.
Both of those in a fight. No problem.
Who?
Chuck Norris.
Hello?
Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris is a living legend, surely.
John Gaunt is a living legend. Chuck Norris, then you have to go for Steven Seagal.
Well, not Steven Seagal. I want
Carlos,
Chuck
Norris singularly save a boat?
No, but he's got a beard.
Jimi Hendrix.
Does that not count?
I really don't think that gets it.
I think he's got a beard. He's a real man.
Wow. If you missed the show today, it was Music Thursday. We had Jeff Wayne on, and the show sounded a lot like this.
The handling machine and the fighting machine.
Hang on one second, Jeff. I believe you have an anorak on the phone.
A three-dimensional, 10-foot-high...
That's freaky.
Head that sort of floats over the stage.
Maybe we could... every now and then we could slip one in.
Well, look, count today as a freebie.
Now then.
Oh, no, then. Look at this.
Oh, Ian, you're meant to push it for me.
Das ist eine Fandabidosi. The living legends we've got are Cliff Richards and Muhammad Ali. Neil Diamond's on the list.
Living legends. Hello?
Those teeth. This is what LBC used to be like 10 years ago.
Nice!
Yes, well, we're trying to move away from that. Was that all right, everybody? Dude?
Hello?
Who's that? Jeff!
Dude, yeah.
Listen, I don't know what's happening. It's all going a bit messy. Jeff, what?
David Bowie has sung with all those people you've got on your list over 5 decades.
He's sung with Kurt Vonnegut?
Oh, well, maybe, but almost all of those people that everybody's talking about, he's sung with.
Right. And your point is? He's gone. Dude!
Yo, man.
Hey, man, I've got to go.
No, man, just my point is Jimi Hendrix, man.
Jimi Hendrix is rubbish, and it's a living... He's dead. We're talking living legends.
What do you mean he's dead, man? Him and Mama Cass were at my place last night, bro.
Gus?
Yeah, I was going to say Chuck Norris.
No. There we go, that was fun. 08709090973. Triple M now, your calls go straight to air. 7-second delay, don't be libelous or you'll get slapped wrist. Thank you. You should read that email from Alex in Paris. There's a very funny phrase there about French Telecom have let them down. Not quite got the English correctly there. When French Telecom takes its toe out of the water or its finger out of the... I will have a little complaint to discuss with you over the hours. Anyway, irrelevant. 08709090973. Calls going straight to air. There's a 7-second delay. So we can dump... If you swear or are libelous, we can dump it. It won't go out on the radio. And we can ban you from calling the station. Simple as. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Standard. Indeed standard. It's official. Iain Lee is not a living legend. More news tomorrow.
I've missed him. Where's he been? Let's have line 10, you're on the wireless.
Oh, hello, Ian.
Hello, Ashley.
MC Blizzard.
Ashley.
I wanted to talk about work experience. I've got a really rubbish placement. I was wondering whether maybe there was a few places available at the old...
Oh, hang on 1 second. Let me have a word with Chris. Chris, have we got any work experience places for a stroppy 15-year-old who's called Ashley but pretends to be called MC Blizzard and is rude to both you and to me?
I think we got one.
Oh, good.
Well, can you turn up tomorrow? Never mind. That wasn't the answer I was expecting, Chris, but line 10, you're on the wireless. Yes, that's not going to work. Line 6, you're on the wireless.
Good day, my friend.
Yes, my friend.
A couple of points here, Ian. You mentioned earlier about the sitcom featuring Bruce Forsyth.
Yes.
Would it be Slinger's Day?
Yes, it was Slinger's Day. Bob Mayer, who thinks that Mickey Dolenz got shot wrong, thought it was something else. So he's...
Oh, Mickey Dolenz wasn't shot, was he?
Never shot, no.
And second point, finally, Ian, your living legend topic. Could you just briefly run through the names you've got so far, please?
Cliff Richards.
Yep.
Brian Wilson, Ringo Starr, Neil Diamond, Muhammad Ali, Kurt Vonnegut and Al Pacino.
I have one more suggestion for you, my friend.
Let's have it.
Barry and Watford.
You're not the first person to suggest that. We've had a couple of emails saying Barry and Watford, but I suspect he's only a local celebrity, and I suspect we shouldn't encourage his celebrity either.
Okay, point taken.
It may go to his head. Kev, thank you for that. Line 4, you're on the wireless.
Righty.
Get it right.
Oh, all right, Ian.
Thank you.
Ian, don't cut me off. I've got a couple of points.
Okay. Oh, he said don't cut him off. Sorry. Call back in, Danny. Sorry, that was my fault entirely. Line 9, you're on the wireless.
Hello, Ian. Michael speaking.
Hello, Michael.
Just wanted to find out, did you see my friend's request for MySpace?
Did I see your friend's request on MySpace? MySpace.com/The Real Iain Lee. I will have 3,000 friends by the end of the month. I don't know. Did I? When?
About a couple of weeks ago now, I think.
I would have accepted it, yes.
Oh, because it's still saying it's pending, my pending friend.
Oh, well, send it again, because unless they're offensive or abusive towards me, I accept them.
Okay, I'll do that.
It may have got lost in the system, as it does often happen on MySpace. It's not perfect, by any stretch of the imagination. Oh, here we go. Yes, line 1.
Hello, Ian.
Oh, hello, John.
Your favourite friend.
Sorry, you bottled out earlier on and you put the phone down,
No,
did you?
you didn't. You put the phone down on me, mate.
No, I didn't put the phone down on you. You were on hold and we had Jeff Wayne in and I was going to go to you after Mr. Wayne had left the building, but you went.
It cut off, but then again, I ain't got nothing to say to Jeff Wayne, so...
No. Well, what do you want to have a go at me about for today, John?
No, I wanted to join your MySpace. You know, as one of your friends.
Okay, then do.
Is that all right?
Of course it is.
I thought, so who do you dislike the most out of me and MC Blizzard?
It's you.
You dislike me more than...
I dislike you more, yes.
Why's that?
Because you're an idiot.
Uh-huh.
That's it. That's enough. That's enough for me.
Okay, but what was going on earlier on? You was having a bash about some little girl and her beard. And her moustache.
Right.
And also, I'm quite...
I tell you one of the reasons I don't like you, John, is that you never... Shut up. You never get to the point. You always drop...
I got to the point.
Shut up. You always drop little clues. You never say what you're thinking. Say what you're thinking, John. Come on, be a man.
Well, you was bashing on about girls and their moustaches. I think that's quite nice. I think you shouldn't, you know...
Well, you would do, because you're a weirdo.
And another thing... That's not too...
Another thing. Okay, that conversation is over. It was 2 sentences each. That's that done. Brilliant. Next.
And I'm proud of you, Ian. You know, you're changing a lot, you know? You're not so, aggressive, and you're not so much publicising your favourite game.
I'm a homosexual and I fancy you.
Excellent. Thank you, John. That's nice, yes.
You kept that little snippet, innit?
Yeah.
You want to add another one?
John, no, I don't. Are you going to get to a point, or I'm going to cut you off?
I did get to a point.
Okay. Line 5, you're on the wireless.
Come on, Robert De Niro.
I will do no such thing.
You should put him on the...
Oh, right, blimey. No, he's not. He's not going on the list.
I'm glad you put Al Pacino, but Robert De Niro as well. Come on, please.
No.
Why not?
Because I don't think he's that good.
He's as good as Al Pacino.
He's not. Pacino's a much better actor than De Niro.
I'm slightly better, but...
Thank you. Thank you.
But Robert
Thank
De
you.
Niro is...
Thank you. Put the phone down.
What about...
Put the phone down.
What about
Put the phone down.
No.
Put the phone down.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Do it then.
I've done it.
You've not put the phone down because you're still there.
Yeah, but this is a mobile. It's not a telephone.
Well, mobiles are telephones, you idiot.
Yeah, but if you put the phone down, we still work.
Well, you've not actually put the phone down, though.
Yes, I have.
It's still in your hand.
Yeah, so is my head.
What?
So is my head.
Your head is in your hand?
No, it's on the floor.
Your head is on the floor?
Yeah.
Oh, I wish it was, because I would give it a right good... Well, you know the button that hangs up the phone?
Yeah.
Press that.
Okay.
Excellent. Line 7, you're on the wireless.
Hi, Ian, how are you, alright?
I'm alright, yes.
Hey, do you have to be old to be a living legend?
No, not at all.
Okay, can I make a suggestion?
Go on.
Billy Joe Armstrong, the lead singer of Green Day.
Oh, get out of town, babe. For the lead singer of Green Day, and listen, living legends. Yes, line 3.
Ian, Johnny Utah.
What?
Mate, should your name be Enley? Because Ming Campbell is Ming Campbell, it's spelled Menzies, and surely you should be Enley, is that right?
Yeah, something like that. I don't, yes. I'm confused over his name. Yes, line 4.
Happy Peace Day. Everyone's forgotten about a Peace Day, haven't they?
Is it a Peace Day?
Yes.
What, every day should be Peace Day?
Every day is Peace Day. And another thing, living legends.
Do that anyway, just to be on the safe side. I don't know. Who knows? We could have got away with that, but it was very rude. Anyway, we'll take a breather now, shall we, and see if we can get some good calls. 0870 90 90 973. Look out, here come some adverts.
In the year 2027.
The world was stunned today by the death of the youngest person on the planet. Baby Diego was 18 years, 4 months and 20 days old.
The world will need more than a miracle.
The ultimate mystery. Why are women infertile?
It'll need someone with the
afternoon wireless show.
Oh, you call me, sorry. Oh, I mistimed that totally. Okay, 0870 90 90 973. Calls going straight to air. Line 2, you're on the wireless. Oh, they bottled it. Line 3, you're on the wireless.
Yo, yeah, man.
Hey, dude!
Yeah, I just spoke to Jimmy, man. He says he doesn't want to be on your list anyway.
Jimi Hendrix?
Yeah, man.
Excellent.
He just said, man, that Keith should be on your list, man, because Keith's still rocking hard, bro.
Keith who?
Keith Richards, man. I actually spoke to him 5 minutes ago, and he says he's cool, man. He'll go on your list.
Yeah, I don't think Keith Richards is a legend.
Why, bro? What's the criteria for being a legend?
Well, this is the thing that we never actually... This is what we were trying to find throughout the whole show, and we never actually got to the bottom of. What is the criteria for being a legend? I'm not sure. But I think they instinctively feel like a legend, and Richards does not feel like a legend, apart from Cliff Richards.
I think Cliff Richards... Who's Cliff Richards, man?
He's just a living doll. Wired for sound, innit? All them. Yes, line 3.
Hello, living legend, Bill Gates.
Oh, it's a good one, but no. Line 4, you're on the wireless.
Hello, yes. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, living legend.
Yes.
Chris Eubank.
No. I need a wee again. Line 10, you're on the wireless.
Dick Van Dyke.
And same to you, madam. Line 6, you're on the wireless.
Hi there, Ian Lee.
Yes?
Hi, Anthony speaking, yeah? Living Legends?
What, the Anthony?
No. It's Anthony speaking. I'm Anthony. And Living Legends, I recommend you put on your list.
What, this is Anthony from Hoddesdon?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you...
Okay. Nelson Mandela, Living Legends.
All right, tell your mate Julian wants Jeff Hurst. That's Sir Jeff Hurst.
No, we're not having... No. Who's this drunk in the background saying Sir Jeff Hurst? Who's that idiot?
Oh, just 1 second. Yes. Hello?
You're not having Jeff Hurst, sir, or otherwise?
You've got to pick Sir Jeff Hurst yet.
He's not on there.
Well, he should be, shouldn't he?
He's not going to be.
You have a genuine good reason to say no?
Yes, he's not a living legend.
Well, thank goodness he's still alive.
And thank God he's still alive, but he's not a legend.
Well, compared to the list you talked about earlier on, if you're going to put Muhammad Ali on the list, I think you'll be very foolish not to have Jeff there.
Well, I think you'll be very foolish. I don't know who Jeff Hurst is.
Then that might be the problem. He scored 3 goals in the World Cup in 1966 for England.
All right, well done, nice one. So he's good at... He played a game of football once.
But he did more than that. Because in those days, he didn't get paid a fortune, and when he left football 10 years later, he went into, civilised world like you and I, and got a job doing something else, even though he's perhaps one of the most famous footballers of all time.
I've never heard of him.
Don't be daft.
Well, he's definitely not going. If you're going to be rude, you can get knotted. Line 6, you're on the wireless.
Hi, yeah, I've got a very good suggestion for the legend.
Okay.
Verinda.
Yeah, that ain't happening. Line 3, you're on... what's wrong with this? Line 3, you're on the wireless.
It was called Slingers Day, and it was the sequel to Trippers Day, which had Leonard Ross.
There we go. So, I see, with him it was Tripper, with the other it was Slingers. Nice, thank you. Yes, line 3.
Hi, Ian, Charlie Wolf here, boss.
Oh, hello, Charlie Wolf here.
Ian, you disappoint me as a DJ, man.
Well, I'm not a DJ, I'm a comedian.
Your guest earlier, man, why didn't you ask him about the films he was in? The Alamo, The Quiet Man? Why didn't you ask him that, Ian?
Because Jeff Wayne wasn't in those films.
It's John Wayne, Ian.
Yes, you've confused Jeff Wayne and John Wayne. Jeff Wayne did War of the Worlds.
Ian, you're taking the mickey out of me again, boy. You know where I'm going to take you to? I'm going to take you down to Chinatown.
Yes, I suspected it might be. Oh, dear. Line 3, you're on the wireless. Oh, God. No, they bottled it. Line 10, you're on the wireless.
Kirk Douglas.
Same to you. What people just phoning up being rude to me for? Kirk Douglas isn't a legend. Let's line 7.
Ian, we need more noddy.
Yes, that's disputable. Line 4, you're on the wireless.
Ian, Sam, Muswell Hill.
Sam, loving it.
You've always gone about this MySpace thing, but have you ever tried Second Life?
Oh, now, there's a campaign to get me involved in this Second Life.
Well, we just played it all afternoon. It's mad! It's crazy! It's really weird, and you've got to try it at some
So this
stage,
is a virtual online place where you get a flat or something, isn't it?
Well, no, look, you design yourself, make yourself look like you, and then you just wander around this world, and there's hundreds of people, and you talk to them, and there's buildings and things. It's really odd and quite scary, actually, but you've definitely got to try it.
Well, send me a link and I'll have a look.
I will do.
Thank you, sir. There we go. Yes, line 2.
Hello, Ian. It's
Ashley.
PC Blizzard here.
Ashley.
No, it's PC Blizzard.
Okay, Ashley. Cool. Say your name is Ashley, and I'll let you stay on.
Yes, Ashley. Yeah, right. My name is
Yeah, but my MC name is...
No, you've got to... If you call yourself anything else apart from Ashley in this phone call, I will cut you off. So what's your name?
My name is Ashley.
Okay, and what do you want, Ashley?
I just want to say that I think you're the living legend, Ian.
Yep, well, okay. You may want to say it. Whether you are able to say it or not is a different skillet of fish. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Hi, it's Graham and Harrow.
Hello, Graham.
Can I suggest Frank Sidebottom?
Oh, now! You can suggest Frank Sidebottom.
Can I? I don't know anything of him. I've only seen him on your MySpace, and he looks a legend.
I'm having problems with my MySpace because I can't find... oh, hang on. What's this?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's nice. This is Frank's.
Oh, it's Frank's World.
I'm having trouble with my MySpace. I've got a couple of people I want to promote to my top 12, including Frank Sidebottom, and I can't find them in my list of friends anywhere.
See, I haven't received any messages, so I don't think anyone's talking to me. All there's problems. Would you send me a message in?
Yeah, I'm busy then, thanks. Line 6, you're on the wireless.
No, Nathaniel, no. There must be more to life.
That's a bit from All Over the World. Thank you very much for that. Jeff Wayne was our guest earlier on today. Next week's Music Thursday is on Friday. I know, don't worry. It's Sparks, though, which I'm very excited about. It's going to be really exciting. This don't ain't big enough for the both of us. Dum, 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 dum. Line 8, you're on the wireless.
Phil the Power Taylor.
What, the darts player?
Yeah.
What, on the Living Legends?
Yeah.
No, that's not happening. Nice fella. Again, I met him. He's a nice lad, but no. Line 3, you're on the wireless.
Ian, it's me, Richard from the Oakwood.
Richard, and you've got a new recording phone.
I have. I love you, man.
I love you too. Still got the irritating bit. Why can't you just record it off the radio?
I'm going to start doing that. I've ordered a credit card specially to download pods.
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 They're very good, the pods.
Did you hear me cussing Lynn on Clive Bull's show?
Do you know what this last night, was it?
Yeah, I think it was last night, yeah.
I may have done. I wasn't very well last night.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate.
That's quite all right. It was only, it was over briefly. But yes, I missed it.
Too many Ruby Murrays, yeah?
Well, no, it wasn't. It wasn't because of that, but I had the same end result, yeah.
Oh, dear, mate. Oh.
Never mind. A little bit, maybe I've gone into a little bit too much detail there. Line 6, you're on the wireless. Oh, no, you bottom it. Let's try this line 6.
Slush Puppy.
Oh, that was a bit weak. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Hello, Ian Lee.
Yes.
An anagram of Ian Lee.
Did you just belch?
No, I've got hiccups.
Oh, okay, go on then.
Anagram of Ian Lee is Elaine.
Right.
And someone you said you sounded like a girl.
You've got an extra I.
No, I ain't.
Well, you've missed out an I. Elaine?
Yeah.
There's only one I in that. I've got 2 I's in my name. Do you want to come back and try again tomorrow?
How do you spell Ian then?
I-A-I-N. Yeah, come have another go tomorrow. Yes, line 8.
Clive Bull.
No. Yes, line 8.
Hello?
Hello, you're on the air.
Okay, Ian, my name, do you want to know?
I know your name.
What?
Mona.
No, it's Satinder.
Oh, okay.
I'm calling from Southall.
Okay, you're calling from Wembley?
No, I'm Satinder, calling from Southall.
Okay, excellent. And one more. Line 9, you're the last call of the day. Well, and what a great way to end. There you go, superb. Clive Bull is on at 8 till midnight. Big quiz with Gary King at 7. Nightly news next. I shall see you tomorrow. Thank you very much. Have a lovely evening.
This show is completely... If Ian Lee in any way approaches